Welcome. I'm E.G. Marshall. Today, an account of an unusual method of solving crime, the psychic method. What it is and what it isn't, you'll soon find out. Crime has been in our history since the beginning of recorded time. Adam and Eve broke the law of the Garden of Eden, and not many pages later, Cain slew Abel. One might say the first psychic manifestation of a murder is in the Bible, where it is written, "And the Lord said, 'What have you done? The voice of your brother's blood is crying to me from the ground.'"
I need a magician who knows how to make his own disappearing act.
Not interested.
$50,000 interest you?
No.
100,000?
Perhaps. What's the scam?
The carnival necklace. I need one of your magic tricks to make it disappear.
Why, you cheap chiseler, those diamonds are worth $2 million.
Our mystery drama, The Devil's Bargain, adapted from a story by Guy Boothie, was written especially for the Mystery Theater by James Agate Jr. and stars Robert Dryden. It is sponsored in part by True Value Hardware Stores and Sign Off, the sinus medicines. I'll be back shortly with Act One. He had solved them all. The disappearance of the Mona Lisa from the Louvre, the Fort Knox hijacking, 1 million in gold bars that never reached their destination, the theft of the historic crown jewels in the Tower of London. In each case, Otto Glazer undertook the task of finding the stolen valuables. And in each case, through much heralded psychic means, he eventually led the police to their reward. His fees were astronomically high, but since what he regained was priceless, no individual, insurance company, or nation felt defrauded. But let Otto Glazer speak for himself.
So much had been said and written about my supernormal powers, some of it exaggerated, some true. Perhaps I'd become complacent, careless. And as a result, the way this case ended was quite a shock to me. It began at Heathrow Airport, London, on a Monday morning, when a distinguished son of the British nobility came to meet a no less distinguished son of the Arab nobility.
Sheikh Maraki, welcome to England.
Oh, Lord Carnarvon, to what do I owe the pleasure of your company?
I'm merely returning your hospitality when I came to Tehran last spring for the OPEC conference.
To mingle friendships far is mingling bloods, as your immortal Englishman William Shakespeare has said.
Now I remember. You're still at it, quoting the bard. Practically every time we talked in Tehran.
Well, even in my country, we recognize his poetic supremacy, Lord Carnarvon.
I suppose you find our new airport quite a change from what it used to be.
Oh, yes. So many billboards advertising products I am unfamiliar with. And here, for instance, along this wall, what is Otto Glazer, no problem too small?
That's quite a story.
Is he a doctor, lawyer, or mind reader?
You've come very close, Sheikh Maraki. This Glazer chap is rather a combination of all three. Shall we go?
He certainly believes in advertising. Oh, please, do lead the way.
My car is just outside these doors. Allow me to escort you to your new home. Another 5 minutes and we'll be there. I meant to ask you, Sheikh Maraki, how did you happen to find a house to rent in such an excellent neighborhood?
I had an agent here. I understand the house had been vacant for some time. I have wanted to live in London since I was at school, at Oxford.
Oh, we are turning into your street. I shouldn't look out of your window.
Why not? Oh, dear me, no. A whole line of those dreadful posters advertising this Glazer person. Oh, you were going to tell me who he was?
Otto Glazer is probably the most prominent psychic detective in the world. He can find almost any stolen object that baffles the police. He's had amazing success.
Better than your Scotland Yard?
I've never known Glazer to fail. He says he's an authentic psychic. You come to his house, he listens to you behind a screen, and he'll tell you how to go about finding what's stolen.
Why behind the screen?
Oh, very few have ever seen him or know what he looks like. He's a master at changing his voice and disguising his entire appearance. This is it, Sheikh Maraki.
Oh, Allah be praised. There is one of those posters on the front door next to mine.
I regret it, but this Otto Glazer just happens to be your next-door neighbor.
Welcome home, Otto. Oh, I love you in the Sheikh's outfit. You look marvelous.
I've got a splitting headache. It's this darn headdress the Arabs wear. Oh, what a trip.
Let me hear how you sound as an Arab.
All right, like this.
I am Sheikh Maraki. Pleased to make your acquaintance.
Wonderful, Otto. You sound just like you look. I think I prefer you as an Arab Sheikh. Oh, so the trip was horrible.
Unbelievable. The flight was late. Then I had to hide in the lavatory at the airport and change into this Sheikh's outfit. Then flying back to London with this tight headpiece. It better be worth it.
But you wore an Arab headdress during the OPEC conference last spring.
I detested that costume then also. But when one pretends to be a potentate, to lay a trap for an Englishman, one can't be choosy about the bait. Ancient Arab proverb. Now, Marissa, help me get out of this tent. It's 20 to 12, and if I don't hurry, my clients will become impatient. Yes, Sheikh Maraki and I, Otto Glazer, are one and the same. Now, Marissa, you should know, was no ordinary assistant, but the daughter of the great Marvello, that extraordinary magician and escape artist who had little run-in with the law, from which I rescued him. When Marvello retired comfortably, out of gratitude, Marissa became my assistant. Quite a clever and dedicated young lady. In 3 minutes and 30 seconds, I had changed to my tweeds, a distinguished false moustache, and matching grey wig. Come along there, Marissa. Open the wardrobe door. Well, go on.
The key keeps turning, but doesn't catch.
Well, are you sure you have the right key?
Of course I'm sure. This is the key for the wardrobe that we always use. It just doesn't catch.
This whole operation breaks apart because I can't get through this secret door to the adjoining house. I can't believe it.
Well, I am trying.
I have your father build me this wardrobe right up against the wall and a matching wardrobe in the adjoining house on the same floor against the same wall. It's supposed to be foolproof, so I can get from one house to the other with nobody knowing.
No need to get nasty, Otto. Here. Do you want to try the key?
Now, look, I have clients waiting on the other side of this wall.
Wait, I've got it. Oh, there you see. All you need is a little patience. I've opened it.
Well, you'd better get your father on the phone and find out why I can't rely on his lock. In 2 hours, I'll have seen all my 15-minute cheapie clients, and I'll want to get back here through this hidden door. What if I can't open it from the other side?
Well, then why not walk out of Otto Glazer's front door, make a sharp right, and go into the front door of this house? They're both yours.
Well, I know that, and you know that, but I don't want anyone else in London to know that. Oh, please, Marissa, don't be so dense. You tell your dad the lock sticks or doesn't catch or whatever, and I want it fixed.
Oh, what an exquisite dining room, Lady Carnovan.
Authentic Georgian of the period, as a matter of fact.
I simply can't begin to tell you how pleased we are you joined us for dinner on your first night in London, Sheikh Maraki.
I was equally pleased to find your husband at the airport this morning.
Oh, he's done nothing but talk about you since he came home from Tehran in April. I'm going to ring for the soup, and then I want you to tell me quite confidentially, do you think the price of oil is going to go up again this year? You may serve, Eustace.
Will oil go up in price? Oh, Lady Carnovan, surely it does not affect people of your station?
Well, not really. Hubert tells me that you went to Oxford.
All my family have been educated abroad. Oxford is where I developed my taste in Indian art.
You too? Oh, then you simply must go to the Victoria and Albert Museum to see the Rochefort paintings.
I know them quite well.
I must show the Sheik our jewel box. I suppose you have heard of the Carnovan necklace.
Ah, who has not, Lady Carnovan? Even where I come from, a necklace worth $2 million is quite a conversation piece.
I gave it to Hermione on our 25th anniversary.
The box in which I keep the diamond necklace is pure 2nd century Indian. I'm sure you will appreciate it, Sheikh.
I should not mind seeing the necklace either. I don't know whether I mentioned it, but one of the reasons I'm here is to gather material on Indian art. Perhaps I might borrow your antique jewel case one day and have it photographed for my book?
Absolutely. Beauty is to be shared. This box is covered in ancient carvings, almost an exact replica of the Nativity of Buddha done in limestone at the British Museum.
Oh, yes, that one. Is it still on exhibit?
You know it.
I own it. Also on loan, of course.
Splendid. We shall arrange for you to have a good look at our old wooden jewel box. It's unique.
Marissa, this is not going to be a simple swindle. I've got to be very careful, cover my tracks like a cat, and make no waves. In and out of his lordship's front door in that clumsy Arab get-up. But how to grab the necklace, that's what bugs me. You see, it's kept in the bank, except when Lady Carnarvon's wearing it. After whatever party, she takes it off and keeps it in her... Oh, of course.
Keeps her necklace in what?
Marissa, that's the answer. The carved box she puts it in. Listen, get your father over here first thing in the morning. He's got the answer. Now you see it, now you don't. That's what I use, your father's great act. The great Marvello's disappearing act. Of course.
At least we know who is who and what is what. That Sheik Maraki is one of Otto Glazer's disguises. That this so-called psychic actually engineers thefts. And then by pretending paranormal abilities, hands back what he's already stolen. What trickery, duplicity, hanky-panky. I could go on, but sticks and stones won't break this artful dodger's bones. What will? What does? Join me in here when I return shortly with Act 2. I think all of us are fascinated by the machinations of the unscrupulous. We like to be let in on the doings of those for whom the straight and narrow is a tool with which to pick a lock. For now, the world believes Otto Glazer has extraordinary see-through eyes, unusual mental powers, and divining insight. It may turn out, unknown to himself, he may actually have those gifts. But in the meantime, give him credit. He's latched onto a good thing.
Good morning, Marvello, old chap.
Yes, what are you doing with that crossword puzzle?
Otto, what's a 7-letter word for how a person feels, having to arise early in the morning and hustle out of his dwelling when he had planned to sleep late?
Look, Marvello, I didn't get you out of bed to help you with a crossword puzzle.
That 7-letter word is unhappy. I'll have you know. I am unhappy that my morning rest is disturbed by a psychic chiseler.
Now, come off it, you old fraud. Would you be unhappy to make 50,000?
Yes.
75,000?
Definitely not interested.
Supposing your cut was 100,000.
Not so definitely not interested.
150,000.
Cash on the barrelhead?
Let's say 1 week after you deliver.
Daddy, we don't want you to be unhappy.
175,000. That's my final offer.
No, it isn't. You need me. Make it 2, and my unhappiness will vanish.
Done.
What's the scam?
The Carnarvon necklace.
Why, you conniving con, that's worth $2 million, maybe more.
The insurance company won't cough up at 50% of the value.
And all you're giving me is $200,000.
Take it or leave it, Marvello.
I'll take it.
All right. We have 3 options to lift the diamonds. 1, when Lady Carnarvon is wearing the necklace at some ball or dinner party, snatch them. But the hue and cry, you'd never get away.
No good.
That's not good.
I agree. Option 2, when the old gal takes it off at night. However, it goes immediately into a carved box, which is put into his lordship's wall safe to spend the night. The Doberman pinchers are let loose, and in the morning the bank's armored car picks up the box and takes it to the vault. Which leaves us with the 3rd and last option.
Which is?
Marvello, do you remember your now you see it, now you don't routine?
You mean the disappearing donkey trick when I used to put a donkey into a box stall and presto, change your row and behold, no donkey?
Yes. Tell you what I have in mind.
Lady Carnarvon, as soon as I got your call, I rushed right over. I have told my publishers they will be having quite a surprise in the chapters dealing with ancient carved Indian art.
Oh, I'm thrilled, Sheikh Mariki.
I lie awake at night wondering whether your jewel casket has on it the dream of the Maya and the miraculous birth in the Lumbini garden.
You will see. I've got it here.
No.
Yes. One of the clasps is loose, so I had it sent over from the bank. The jeweler is upstairs this very minute mending it. I shall have him put it into the box and have it brought down so that you can have a look.
I shan't bore you by repeating the size of the necklace, the size of the blue-white diamonds, how many. You've heard it often. The box was of some dark wood, harder than teak. I'd say about 16 inches long, 12 wide, and 8 deep. Lady Carnarvon unlocked the lid, and there, inside, on a quilted bed of Russian leather, lay the necklace. It was all I could do to keep from grabbing it and running.
That would have been a stupid thing to do.
Well, I was hypnotized, Marissa. I wasn't myself.
You haven't been yourself for 25 years.
Oh, stop it. My most important role is myself, Otto Glazer, psychic spy and detective. Once we have made the Carnarvon necklace disappear, Otto Glazer will step forward, and with trance-induced vision and for a slight fee, he will locate and return the missing anniversary present. Marvello, you will take up residence here until the job is done. To start you off, Lady Carnarvon permitted me to make some measurements of the jewel box inside and out. And here also is a sketch I've made for you.
Very helpful.
Now, all I want you to do is to come up with an adaptation of your illusion of the disappearing donkey.
For $200,000, I could make a dinosaur disappear.
Why did you send for me, Lady Carnarvon?
Sheikh, do you remember a few days ago you were admiring the workmanship of my jewel box? And I told you the day I'd be wearing the necklace, you might borrow the box to have photographed for your book.
Oh, I've never forgotten your words.
Well, that day is today. Look at this. A note from the Queen's equerry requesting the pleasure of the company of Lord and Lady Carnarvon for dinner at Buckingham Palace.
Oh, congratulations. When is the night?
Tonight. Oh. So I've had the necklace sent over from the vault. Here is the box.
I am overcome.
Go on, take it. It won't bite you. I've only one request, and that is, may I please have it back before the day is over?
Oh, absolutely.
Yes, you see, when I return from the palace tonight, I place my necklace inside. The box goes right into Hubert's wall safe. We let the dogs loose to patrol the grounds, and in the morning, the armored bank car fetches it.
You shall have the box back today without fail.
Marvello, here's the box. There. Can you do it?
Push it across the table. How's it open, Otto?
Here's the key.
Tell you what I'm going to do. I'll refit the inside, placing springs between the side panels and the lining. Those will be geared to the lock so that when the key is turned, the springs relax. It's exactly the same principle I used making the donkey disappear in a 4-by-6-foot stall. Only here...
Save it, Marvello. Don't tell me how. Just tell me if and when. We have 9 hours.
What ifs? What ifs? No ifs. I've already made the mechanism from the measurements you gave me.
9 hours.
I can do it in 3.
Otto, do you think Daddy's a genius?
If he can make a necklace disappear as easily as a donkey before sunset, I'd certainly agree with you. It's 5 o'clock now. He said 3 hours. I knew he couldn't do it in that time.
What do you mean? Daddy's been taking a nap since lunch. The box is finished. He's done it. Well, didn't you know?
How can I be expected to rest with all this racket going on?
My dear fellow, I think this retirement has gone to your head. Don't you have something to show me?
What?
Show me how it works.
Otto, don't scold Daddy.
I am about to open this box. Will someone from the audience be good enough to step forward? I see a gentleman in a tweed suit and a gray wig, gray mustache, and gray sideburns standing over there. Will you kindly step forward, sir? That's right. Now, will you be good enough to examine this box? An extraordinary bit of workmanship, I agree. Elaborately carved outside, tastefully leather-lined inside. Now, sir, if you would be so good as to hand it back to me, and also your wristwatch. Don't worry, you'll get it back. The great Marvello only steals diamond watches. Thank you, sir, thank you. Now, please observe closely. I place your watch into this box. Close the lid. Will you be good enough to turn the little key, sir? Good. Now, I hand to you the box. Please turn the key and unlock it. Fine, you're doing so splendidly, sir. Now, please open the lid. What do you see inside? Your wristwatch? Oh, no. Oh, my goodness. The watch has disappeared.
What? It's gone. It's gone, Marvello, you old magician. You've done it.
Daddy, I knew you were a genius.
Look at me. I'm shaking the box. You can't hear a thing, and nothing rattles. Nobody would know.
When the key is turned, Otto, the inside quilting parts, and the object drops to a padded bottom. When the lid is opened, the sides are sprung neatly together till the box appears empty. But it can only be done once.
You don't mean it's in there forever, do you?
I'll show you how to take the works apart, Otto. Take out the levers and the springs, and no one will know it's been tampered with. You can do it in 30 seconds.
You can do it in 30 seconds. It may take me a little longer. Now, may I have my watch back?
Shake, old man. What brings you here at this hour? It's 6 o'clock.
Oh, Hubert, your wife loaned me this jewel box to have photographed for my book, and I promised she would have it back today.
Isn't that just like Hermione? Never told me a thing. The whole house is agog because the Queen said come from me. Thank you. I'll see she gets it.
What time is it, Marisa?
Otto, you drink your breakfast tea and stop checking your watch. It's 8 o'clock.
Won't be long now. My educated psychic guess is that in about 10 seconds we shall have a visitor. On the button, there's our visitor. Marissa, is my putty nose on straight, the darn hake on my head, huh?
You look fine. The most beautiful Arab since Valentino.
It's Lord Carnarvon. They've discovered the empty jewel box. Now, listen. In 15 minutes, I shall come knocking at Otto Glazer's front door. You will open it and say that Mr. Glazer is out of town, but expected back at 12 for his daily clients.
Yes, of course.
Now, up to the dressing room with you and through the wardrobe into my house next door. I hope your father fixed that lock so it works.
Why, Hubert, Lord Carnarvon, what are you doing here so early in the morning? Oh, or did you ask me that question yesterday?
Oh, Sheikh, terrible, terrible.
Oh, dear me, you look as if you'd seen a ghost. Please, come along here, Hubert, to the library. Can I get you something, brandy?
No, Sheikh, thank you. I've got to keep a cool head.
Oh, you alarm me, Hubert. I've never seen you like this. Did something happen at the Queen's dinner party?
No. That went perfectly normally. No, it's nothing to do with the Queen, thank heaven, bless her. It's the necklace.
Not the necklace?
It's gone. Missing. Disappeared. It was Hermione. It was her idea. I come straight here and speak to you.
Yes, but what have I got? Oh, dear me, I did not somehow damage this gorgeous box, did I?
No, the box is all right. I'll begin at the beginning. We come back from the palace last night. Hermione takes off the necklace, gives it to me. I put it in the box, lock the box, place it in the safe, loose the dogs. Anyway, this morning at 7, the bank guards arrive. Hermione opens the box for a last look. No necklace.
Ah, that is dreadful. What did your wife believe I could do?
Obviously, our first thought, call Scotland Yard. Then I had a better idea, old man. A much better idea. Your neighbor, Otto Glazer.
Oh, yes, Glazer.
Would you, Sheikh, as his next-door neighbor, ask him to take on this case, but in utter secrecy? Frankly, I think this is the kind of crime that cries for supernatural or at least supernormal detective work.
Well, if you think I can really help...
Oh, we do, both Hermione and I. We beg you.
In that case, Hubert, I'm certainly at your service. Let us go next door and see Otto Glazer at once.
What Lord Hubert Carnarvon does not know is that the famous diamond necklace is still in his house, still inside the antique Indian jewel case. We're about to see the great Otto Glazer in action. What will he do now? He must remove two things from his lordship, the necklace and a ransom. Of course, Glazer calls it a finder's fee, but whatever you call it, it must be of sufficient size to make all the play acting and disguises worth the effort. I'll be back shortly with Act 3. It is Act 3, the one in which we learn who wins, who loses, who's caught, who escapes. One caution: this is radio theater, not fact. So we can all take the events with a grain of salt and a smile. If you remember that, friends, you won't feel indignant if the imposter succeeds. The flim-flam man makes it. It is moments later at the front door of Otto Glazer's residence. Disguised as Sheikh Meraki, Otto Glazer presses the button of his own doorbell.
I beg your pardon? What do you gentlemen want?
Is Mr. Otto Glazer at home? And if he is, would you tell him Lord Carnarvon and Sheikh Meraki would like to see him?
He isn't.
Oh,
I see. When do you expect him?
At noon. Come back at 12 o'clock. No problem. It's too small for Mr. Glazer.
whatever shall I do now?
May I suggest you allow me to deal with Mr. Glazer?
Oh, my dear Sheikh, would you?
I will tell him what I know and persuade him to visit you this afternoon. But I had better make sure you know it is Otto Glazer and not some charlatan who may have heard of the necklace's disappearance. I tell you what. I will give him a password. What shall it be? Something from Shakespeare?
Oh, good idea. A phrase, what comes to your mind?
Yeah. A diamond gone cost me 2,000 ducats.
Merchant of Venice. Excellent. I'll know he's the man if he says that. Oh, this is also upsetting.
I'm sure the necklace will be recovered. I am told the mind of this Otto Glazer is so penetrating, he can actually locate a real needle in a real haystack.
You are Otto Glazer, sir.
I am. You are Lord Carnarvon? You wish to see me?
Do you have a message for me?
Yes. A diamond gone cost me 2,000 ducats.
Mr. Glazer, I'm delighted to meet you. Unfortunately, Lady Carnarvon cannot be here. She was quite beside herself with worry, so I have sent her off to the country with a doctor friend of mine. But I can tell you everything.
You don't suspect anyone in your household, I suppose?
Not a soul. This theft is such a mystery that we don't know what to think.
The servants?
Oh, they're as innocent as I am, I'm positive.
Can you remember what happened this morning when you discovered the necklace missing?
The telephone rang at 7. It was the bank. The armored car would be here at 10 past. I unlocked my safe, removed the box, put it on the table of my study, and went upstairs to say good morning to my wife. I couldn't have been out of the room more than 10 minutes. My wife came down with me. The guards from the bank arrived, and then Hermione, that's my wife. She said to me, I suppose you've looked to see if the necklace is all right. I said, how could I? You had the key. And then she took the key, opened the box, and the necklace was gone.
I don't know if you're familiar with the way I work, Lord Carnarvon.
I have a vague idea.
It's called psychometry, picking up psychic vibrations from the surroundings at the scene of the crime. I shall wish to see the box first, then your safe.
They are both together. The empty box and the empty safe. I'll show you.
I also make it a policy to accept payment for my services in advance. The amount is 50% of the value of the item to be recovered.
50%? That's rather steep.
Is the necklace insured?
I'm afraid not. Even Lloyd's felt such an extravagant piece of jewelry in private hands was not insurable.
Well, it's up to you to decide, Lord Carnarvon. If you feel the yard can find it before it's broken up in separate stones and sent out of the country, then of course you'll have it back at no cost. The police make no charge. However...
It hadn't occurred to me, that possibility, the necklace being broken up and each stone sold separately.
What would you say the necklace is worth?
Oh, $1 million.
You sure? Is that all?
Well, perhaps closer to 2.
Then you're aware of my fee.
Suppose you don't find it.
Well, that's possible. Then you've only lost $1 million. It's your gamble, Lord Carnarvon. You wouldn't let me out of the house. I barely reached the front door when Lord Carnarvon called me back, made out a bank draft for $1 million, called his bank to verify, and led me to his open safe and the carved jewel box. I asked to be left alone. In less than a minute, I removed the necklace from the false bottom, took out the springs and levers, and put the necklace in my pocket. Half an hour later, I bid Lord Carnarvon adieu and told him he would be hearing from me.
Otto, I have never seen anything like this necklace. Oh, look at it sparkle. It could light up a city. What next?
Well, now it so happens the house next door to Lord Carnarvon's is up for sale. It's exactly as the block we live on, with the identical houses side by side, an entire row of them. I shall disguise myself as a retired elderly army officer, and you shall be my nurse, and you and I shall go there to make some inquiries about the house for sale.
Good old driver, this is the place. Well, come along, nurse. Hand me my cane and help me out. Mind my injured leg, nurse.
You see, Marissa, that's Lord Carnarvon's house next door.
Yes, but what am I supposed to do?
Follow instructions and follow my lead.
Yes?
Colonel Riley presents his compliments. This is my nurse. I understand this house is for sale.
Yes, it is. I'd be happy to show you about.
There's a gentleman for you. I see you've got a napkin about your neck. Are we interrupting your dinner?
Well, I was just sitting down for a bite, but I can have that later. It's only 7 o'clock.
No, I wouldn't hear of it. Interfere with a man at chow time. Why don't you just let us wander about the house and, caretaker, do take these few coins as a token of my appreciation.
Oh, thank you, Colonel. Thank you, sir. Do come in. Come in. Just switch on the lights in whichever room you wish to see.
Now, this room, I believe, is on the same floor as Lord Carnarvon's bedroom. This is what I'm going to do. Begin by opening this window. Now, if you look out, there's quite a wide coping that runs below this window and attaches itself to an identical coping on Lord Carnarvon's house, which is smack dab against this one, right?
But it's pretty dark out there.
Just what I need not to be noticed. What I'm about to do, Marissa, is engineer a series of false clues, which later the police will believe is how the necklace was stolen. Now, I take my trusty old walking stick and I pull and pull. See? It becomes 3 times as long. Now, I remove my right shoe, in which I've had a metal screw hole attached, and into it I screw the very end of the extended, collapsible walking stick. I want you to stand guard by the door while I'm balancing myself like a human fly.
Yes, but you haven't explained what you're going to do with your shoe attached to the end of that long pole.
I'd better tell you when I get back. Marissa, give me a hand over the window ledge. I made it. I did it. Now, quick. Pull down the window while I put my shoe back on. Ooh, I'm glad that's over.
I tried watching you out of the window, but it was so dark I simply couldn't see anything.
I made my way along the coping and then made certain there was no one in the bedroom in which Carnarvon's butler sleeps. Then, with this telescopic walking stick and the shoe attached, I made footprints in the dust along the ledge back to where I was kneeling. That's all. That's it. How long was I gone?
5 minutes.
Good. Downstairs we go. Bye-bye to the caretaker. We'll be in touch. And back to our house.
Why, he's a jolly good fellow, which nobody can deny.
Thank you, Marissa Marvello. I do believe I have this time pulled off a really big one.
Oh, you do you? Did it all alone, eh?
Daddy?
He's such a big shot, this psychic faker. Where would you be if I hadn't made my disappearing donkey box?
Marvello, chap, you got paid, didn't you? I still have to do my psychic act and find the necklace and bring it over to Hubert, Lord Carnarvon.
You know what? I haven't even seen the darn necklace.
That's right, you haven't. I'm sorry, chum. I got it right here in my pocket. My other pocket? My inside pocket?
Oh, no, Otto, you didn't lose it.
No, let me think. Let me retrace my steps. What did I do when I left Carnarvon's?
Ladies and gentlemen, for the final feat of Monsieur de Mal of the evening...
Will you shut up, you has-been? I'm trying to think.
Has-been, eh? For the final act of the evening, a drink to your health with diamonds.
Daddy, stop. Stop him.
Marissa, why'd you knock my glass out of my hand?
Look on the floor. Daddy had the necklace in his glass of champagne.
Has-been, eh?
I tell you, old chap, I'm sorry to see you go. If it hadn't been for you, Sheikh Maraki, I owe everything to you.
Oh, no, your friendship has paid for everything. The necklace is back in your house, and in time, as your great Shakespeare has said, all doers of evil will be punished. The thieves will be caught.
You should have been there, Shake, to see how this extraordinary Otto Glazer went straight to my window. His psychic super senses led him to it. There on the ledge were footprints leading to the house next door.
Amazing.
Then Glazer alerted the police. They interrogated the caretaker, and sure enough, a man disguised as an army officer had gone into that house, perhaps even to pick up the necklace from a hiding place. How he did it, I don't know, but that great man returned to me the necklace this morning.
Lady Carnovan must have been overjoyed. What an extraordinary man to have such psychic power. I would not like to pit my wits against his.
I did, Shake, and I came out pretty well, if I do say so myself.
How do you mean?
I gave him $1 million for his fee, which he thought was half the value of the necklace. Actually, it's worth $4 million. So you see, psychic or not, to quote our old friend, I think I rather got the best of the devil's bargain.
I told you at the start, perhaps I'd become too complacent, too careless. I had to face it. Oh, Lord Carnovan had cheated me. Not only that, he'd insulted my profession. So I shall just have to steal the diamond necklace again.
Perhaps I should feel guilty telling you a tale of an innocent victim losing and the guilty party gaining. But I look at it this way. Otto Glazer was a kind of Robin Hood who robbed the wealthy to be charitable to the poor. Only he believed true charity begins at home. I'm not saying every time you meet up with someone with psychic powers to beware, but to be careful, never hurt anyone. I'll be back shortly. There are, of course, true psychics. Their powers have been documented, and centuries ago have even been foretold. Back to the Bard, his very last play, The Tempest, and his thoughts on the supernormal. He said, "Do not infest your mind with beating on the strangeness of this business. At picked leisure, which shall be shortly, I'll resolve to you some answers which to you shall seem probable." Did Bill Shakespeare know something we don't? Our cast included Robert Dryden, Joan Shea, Gordon Heath, and Jackson Beck. The entire production was under the direction of Hyman Brown.
Radio Mystery Theater was sponsored in part by Sign-Off, the Sinus Medicines, and True Value Hardware Stores.
This is E.G. Marshall inviting you to return to our Mystery Theater for another adventure in the macabre. Until next time...
Come in. Welcome. I'm E.G. Marshall. Welcome to the world of eerie imagination. The fear you can hear. Vendetta. The very word itself invokes dread and strikes a mood of brooding terror. But to live on the island of Corsica, home of the vendetta, is to be steeped in the tradition of violent massacres and the fatalistic expectation of ferocious vengeance as a way of life. At least it would have been so just 100 years ago when these famous words were first written.
It was a hand. A man's hand. Not a skeleton hand, all bright and clean, but a hand black and desiccated, with the yellow nails, the naked muscles. and traces of blood upon the bones at the point where they had been severed as with the blow of an axe about the middle of the forearm. The fingers, extraordinarily long, were attached to enormous tendons, still held in their places here and there by strips of skin. That hand was something hideous. It made one think involuntarily of savage vengeance. And in spite of the putrescent look of death and dissolution, it seemed to have a life of its own.
Our mystery drama, The Hand, was especially adapted from the Guy de Maupassant classic for the Mystery Theater by Ian Martin and stars Alexander Scourby. I'll be back shortly with Act One. At the time of the bizarre and terrifying affair of The Hand, Henri Donnet was a police magistrate in Ajaccio, a charming little white city nestled on the edge of a beautiful gulf, shut in by lofty mountains. Most of the cases he had to investigate or prosecute there were cases of vendetta. But these were Corsican against Corsican. This affair of The Hand was alien against what? Something far more alien, perhaps supernatural. That was not until later, of course. For now, the only alien presence was a neighbor of Henri's, a Sir John Rowell, lately come to the island to settle down, and an object of great speculation among the native population.
Well, there goes my new neighbor again.
Does he go hunting at twilight?
No, Bernard. At least as a magistrate, I hope not.
Well, what's he shooting at then?
I don't know, Marguerite. We have no sharks. The wolves and other predators stay in the mountains, and he's not been here long enough to start a vendetta.
Oh, I am not sure. Listen to that.
Oh, no call for alarm, Doctor. I'm quite sure your services will not be needed. It is the same pattern night and morning.
Well, Henri, then what is he shooting at?
A target, I suppose. He's keeping his eye sharp.
But for what?
Ah, now, that is the question.
Have you seen him? He is immense and very powerful.
And he doesn't encourage visitors. He has 2 huge Alsatian hounds that look ready for the kill at a word.
You are chief magistrate and in a far better position to judge him than any, Henri. What do you make of him?
I don't know. His papers are in order. I have no reason to have any professional interest in him.
Well, has he no one to share his loneliness?
He has a manservant he brought with him from Marseille.
No one else?
There was a woman listed on the ship's manifest as his wife.
Oh, his wife? Well, I never knew. Well, then, but no one seems to know that.
In the months he's been here, no one has seen hide nor hair of her. I've watched these evenings myself, and I've never seen her move from the house. If, indeed, she is inside it. So you see, Marguerite, very soon, both as friend and policeman, I'm going to have to satisfy your curiosity and my own about the mysterious Sir John Rowell. For a while, however, I had to content myself with having a close watch set over the man. None of my people could find anything suspicious enough in his actions for us to make any move. But as the strange rumors about him continued and increased, I resolved to see the stranger face to face for myself. I made a point of going hunting every day in the neighborhood of his place. It took me a little while, but at last, one day... So, bien, Fernand, hold the point. You flushed him, ah? Got him right under the Englishman's nose. Go fetch him, Fernand. Fernand, hold. Hold on.
Whiskey! Down, boy, down!
That's it. Good dog. Hold.
Here, Whiskey, here. My apologies, sir. You're a bird, I believe?
No, not at all. I shot him right from under you. Sorry. I didn't know you were there.
Nor I you. Allow me. I'm John Rowell.
Yes, I know, Sir John. I am your neighbor up there on the hill. Henri Donnet.
Pleasure. Damn fine shot.
Sir John, will you accept the game as an apology for shooting over your field?
That's very generous. I'll accept on one condition.
What's that, Sir John?
That you let me return the compliment and ask you to join me in a glass of ale.
Good. I will be only too glad to accept. It was less the heat of the day than my professional interest that prompted me to accept the invitation from the tall man with the red hair and beard. Very tall indeed. And also very broad, a sort of placid and polite Hercules. I was most anxious to be able to question him about his life and his projects.
Joseph, out here on the veranda. Change your mind and have something stronger?
Oh, no. Ale will be perfect.
Are you cold, Sir John? Yes, 2 glasses of ale for Monsieur Donnet and myself. Very well, sir. And bring a cut of Stilton and some water biscuits. You like our English cheeses?
Oh, yes, I do. We are quite insular enough here on Corsica. It's a rare pleasure to indulge in a foreign taste.
I know what you mean. Still, I can't feel that Corsica, or for that matter, anything French is anyway foreign to me. Ah, Joseph, splendid. Thank you. Put the tray on the table here. Yes, sir. You can loose the dogs again. It'll be quite safe while I'm with Monsieur Donnet. Very well, sir.
Oh, those are the big Alsatians I see occasionally, huh?
2 of them.
Yes. They look quite savage and fierce. Do you think perhaps my dog will...
Oh, have no fear. Castor and Pollux are as docile as kittens where other animals are concerned. They're trained as man-killers. Huh? And then, only at my command. Your health, Monsieur Donnet?
To yours. Delicious. So refreshing.
As the view of the sun setting across that blue Mediterranean water.
Yes. Does Madame Rowell also share your enthusiasm for your adopted island?
Lady Rowell is an invalid. I hope to nurse her back to health here.
Oh, if I could suggest the offices of my good friend, Dr. Forestier.
If a doctor should be needed.
Oh, forgive me, I had no desire to pry.
Nothing to pry into. Natural curiosity.
I must admit, I do find it hard to cast you in the category of a recluse.
Oh, yes. I've traveled a great deal. Africa, India, even America. And as for adventures, yes, I've had plenty of adventures. Oh, yes.
Big game hunting, huh?
What? Oh, of course. I've hunted them all. Tiger, elephant, rhinoceros, gorilla. The name's a legion.
Oh, all very dangerous animals. Terribly so.
Not really. When you compare them to the worst of all.
Oh, what?
What else, Monsieur Donnet? In your profession, you must know him too. Man. Man himself.
Hey, Sir John, come quickly.
What on earth?
Forgive me. I followed Sir John down the front steps of the veranda as he took them 2 at a time and disappeared around the corner of the house. I would have followed him further, except as chance had it, I turned my ankle quite severely on a loose stone after the bottom step. Stopping in momentary pain, the yelp and snarl of the dog suddenly quieted, and I was conscious of the squeak of the front door of the house. Arrested, I looked up to see, framed in the doorway, a tall, emaciated woman with great bruised half circles underlining her eyes that stared with a feverish gleam. She wore a long, loose, trailing peignoir, and with one hand she beckoned towards me while clutching something in the other close beneath her breast. Painfully, I limped back up the steps.
Help me, whoever you are. Help me.
Lady Rowell?
Whoever I am, this side of the grave, help me.
But how?
By sending this letter. Post haste. Oh, but please, I beg of you on all our lives. Don't tell Sir John.
I'm afraid, Madame,
Please, don't refuse me. You're my last, best hope.
Hope for what?
I did not stay in case he returns, but please, I beg of you, send my letter.
She was gone. Like a wraith, as though she'd never been. But the letter in my hand was real enough. Before I had time to read the person to whom it was addressed, I found myself involuntarily concealing it in my pocket before Sir John, returning, could see it. Nor could I stop to ponder why my impulse had been to accept the lady's part rather than that of my charming and seemingly outgoing host. Why I chose to conceal its existence rather than reveal it.
My dear Monsieur Donnet, pray forgive me. I'm most sorry we had to be interrupted.
Oh, forgive me for not following you, but I turned my ankle. What happened?
Oh, the curse of trying to maintain privacy. The curiosity seeker. A farmer from back in the hills named Deschamps, who passes by here on his daily route, for some unearthly reason came skulking round the back of the house and was cornered by the dogs.
But what would he have expected to find here?
Heaven knows. I've no secrets worth anyone's concern but my own, as I hope you believe. Or is your presence here today more than just a seeming accident? Are you concealing something from me, sir?
Time, I was aware that he wore about his loins an American-style gun belt, and that low on each hip, concealed by the flare of his coattails, were two matched pistols with mother-of-pearl handles, on one of which his right hand rested lightly. The letter in my pocket seemed to burn through the lining as I tried to judge whether it caressed that handle by accident or design.
These were only the hands of Sir John, neither of which is the one in the title of our story. To meet that special hand, you must return with me shortly for Act 2. The huge red-haired and bearded Englishman towers over the small, dapper Frenchman. They are as widely disparate men as you can imagine. One all muscle and vital force, the other elastic, supple, poised always for the counterstroke, like a rapier. Antagonists? No, only in a sense. But whatever their relationship, mutually admiring of each other.
Why should you imagine I have anything to conceal?
Why, indeed. Come, let's go inside. I'll show you some of the trophies of a roving life, if you'd be interested.
But very, of course.
Can you stand on your ankle all right? Is it sprained?
No. Just a slight twist. From the hall, he led me into his parlor, which ran the length and breadth of the whole house across the back in a great L. His parlor was all hung in black silk, embroidered in gold.
The fabric is Japanese work.
Yes, but the rest is yours.
Not the panels. What's mounted on them?
Yes, tiger, lion, black panther. Those I recognize. And elephant tusks, I see.
The hippo and he and the rhino are a little large for mounting.
The rhinoceros is the most dangerous of all, I suppose.
Except, as I told you before.
Now, you're not honestly going to tell a policeman that you're a manhunter.
Not within the confines of civilization, I hope. But I've done a good deal of manhunting, too, in my time.
As a soldier?
That's a profession, not a sport. I've saved a mount in the center for the ultimate trophy. But never had, shall we say, the courage to make the necessary bag to mount it.
I was following the direction of his gaze to a gapingly empty panel in this bizarre and gory collection from the hunt. A panel conspicuous from all the others since it was lined in red velvet, as if in expectance of framing the pièce de résistance. What would you hope to put there?
Once, I would have been tempted. Now, nothing. I keep it there to remind me that it could be my own head that poetic justice could have easily decided to frame. Oh, Gad, it's suddenly getting dark.
Yes, then I must be off for home. I mustn't hold up your dinner.
I've enjoyed our meeting thoroughly. Please, come again. You're always welcome.
I am not quite so sure of your Alsatians.
Oh, you need have no worry. From now on, they'll treat you as a friend, as I hope I can.
As I want to be. We shook hands, mine disappearing inside his huge one. My conscience stinging at me as I fought a battle between Donnet the man and Donnet the policeman. Climbing the hill back to my villa with Fernand frisking along beside me, I tried to tell myself I was only being practical, that I was giving myself time to make my decision. A decision that was tipped by the testimony I received from Michel Deschamps as I questioned him at the barracks the following morning. Michel, why did you go so near to his house?
Well, everybody is curious about him, and...
Everybody doesn't go near enough to have two dogs attack him.
Well, everybody does not have a milk route which takes him twice a day by the Englishman's house to see her.
What, to see her?
Well, it is at dawn, you know. Just before the sun comes up in the half-light, and I am passing by in my cart. Naturally, I'm looking at the house when I pass.
Naturally, I would myself.
So, you see, at that hour, nobody is stirring. Even the dogs are not yet awake. And then I see by the upstairs window a woman. The first few days, I'm not sure. I cursed myself. She is not some witch or somebody who wants to steal my soul.
Why would she be a witch?
Because... Well, at any rate, in that light, she looked so... I was afraid to answer.
To answer what?
Her signal to come near to her. She kept beckoning as if there was something she must ask me to do. Finally, yesterday morning, I could stand it no longer. I had to go see what she wanted to ask. Was that so wrong?
No, of course not, Michel. I would have done the same. But the dogs stopped you, huh?
Yes. In a way, I'm sorry.
Don't feel that you let her down. But from now on, mind your own business.
Oh, I accept your instruction. I will follow what you advocate.
What I advocate, by all means. Not what I do.
I don't understand you.
Sometimes, even a magistrate has to admit I do not understand myself. But that is not for you to worry about. That very morning, there was a mail packet sailing. And I sent off the letter, quickly, almost surreptitiously, without looking at the address, except for the fact that it was to the United States of America. And I forgot it, I imagined. And the months went by.
Oh, I do think it's very tedious of you, Henri.
Madame Forestier.
Oh, well, either for reasons of your own, you are protecting our most famous visitor from the rest of us, or, well, he has some hold over you to protect his precious privacy.
He has no hold over me. Quite the contrary. But if he wishes to be private, I would be the first to protect his right.
Well, on a small island like this, why should he have it any more than the rest of us?
Touché. But if he can, why shouldn't he?
Oh, Henri, you know I don't know how to answer that. All I want to know is, do I have any hope that they might attend my garden fete next month?
They?
Well, there is a Madame Roel.
Yes, but she is sickly.
Well, is there some hope that at least Sir John might be coaxed to appear?
Now, I have no reason to suppose that he would refuse. Now, Lady Roll, I would find it hard to answer for.
Well, then all I want for you is to issue the invitation. Please, may I count on you for that?
Marguerite. We're all old friends. Need you ask? I had my doubts about Sir John, and more particularly his lady, attending any local garden fete. But I could scarcely, in my wildest imaginings, have foreseen how Extravagantly and tragically, it would be impossible. As I approached the house in the hollow below me, I was in a first-class mood because, in addition to a packet from the mail ship for my host, I also bought a bottle of sherry to share with him that, in my opinion, was one of a kind. He met me at the veranda.
Well, this is an unexpected pleasure.
We had a mail ship in today. I brought you a parcel.
Me?
Yes.
And I thought I'd outstrip the mail. Vain hope. A parcel, you say?
This.
What on earth? It might be a gun from its shape, but it scarcely weighs enough. Shall we go in the parlor while I open my surprise parcel?
As we moved into that parlor, I was super conscious of my host's reaction to the parcel he bore in his hands. Although there was no superscription from the sender, I had an infallible feeling that he sensed exactly where it had come from. That somehow I was accidentally part of a climax in the life of this strange and vital man.
We've talked about my trophies, Monsieur Donnet.
Yes.
The ones I've mounted, the others too clumsy and large to render that way.
Yes.
And the third and different class, so far I've had no right nor courage to mount.
What are you saying, Sir John?
There is no reason for my receiving this parcel that I can conceive, except one. That I've found no refuge here. I've been betrayed. Only my wife could have done that. And who else is there to have aided her determination to destroy me?
You're asking me?
Yes. You're the only link we have to the world beyond this house.
Sir John, believe me, I had no wish to betray you.
I'm sure of that.
The day we met, your wife, while you were calming the dogs, your wife asked me to send a letter for her.
To Richard Roll?
Well, I must admit I did not read the address. I did notice that it was to the United States of America. I meant no harm.
He meant no harm. Like Pandora, who naively opened a chest to loose pestilence and all the evils of the world to plague mankind, he meant no harm.
It seemed a simple and reasonable request.
So you exceeded. No doubt she also asked you to conceal the fact of the letter from me.
Yes, I am afraid she did.
Were you sorry for her ravaged looks, her haunted eyes? Did you picture me as some monstrous jailer, condemning her to a life of solitary confinement?
Sir John, I can only defend my action by telling you that at the time she did engage my sympathy.
I told you, I believe, that my wife was not in the best of health.
Yes, but
the fault perhaps was all mine. I should have told you that she is insane.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
A little late for that. Done. You may have sealed her death warrant. Perhaps even mine.
Good God, what do you mean?
This parcel from America. Would you like to see what evil out of hell you're acceding to that simple and reasonable request has set loose?
Sir John,
you have involved yourself in this on a personal level. Now I want to involve you on a professional one. As police magistrate, I want you as witness when I open this gift from America. The outer wrapping. Now what do you see?
A box.
And within it?
Something wrapped in canvas.
You wrinkle your nose against the smell?
Yes, it's very strong.
And very familiar?
Yes, formaldehyde.
Which is used to preserve flesh from mortifying. There's a drawstring on the canvas, which I'm opening. And I'm about to show you my present from the other side of the world.
You sound as if you know what it is.
I only wish to God I thought I didn't.
I echoed the same wish. But it didn't change the contents. It was a hand. A man's hand. Not a skeleton hand, all bright and clean, but a hand black and desiccated, with traces of blood upon the bones at the point where they had been severed as with the blow of an axe about the middle of the forearm. The fingers, extraordinarily long, were attached to enormous tendons still held in their places by strips of skin. Flayed as it was, that hand was something hideous. It made one think involuntarily of savage vengeance. And in spite of the putrescent look of death and dissolution it had, it seemed to have a life of its own.
So now we see the embodiment of the title of our story. A poor choice of words, since nothing can be more disembodied than a severed hand. Whose hand? And why? And are these nerveless fingers really capable of writing a death warrant? I'll return shortly with Act 3. In sick horror, his stomach churning with revulsion, Monsieur Donnet looks at the loathsome object spilled on the desk between him and Sir John. In macabre fascination, his eyes seem riveted to the severed hand. It is only by a supreme effort of will that he is at last able to drag them away and up to Sir John's grim and haunted face.
What is it?
The hand of a thief.
But why? Why is it sent to you?
So that there'll be no mistake in my mind who sends it.
You said before, Richard Roll. A relation?
My twin brother. Younger by less than an hour. As the firstborn, I acceded to the title. The barony was mine, and the living that went with it. Richard had nothing, except my bounty. Our whole life was a gigantic struggle for supremacy. He, because I denied it him. I, because I had to hold it.
If you had everything and he had nothing, what chance did he stand against you?
Well, I'm English, and I believe in fair play. I couldn't share the title, but I made sure the living was shared equally. I'm not ill-favored, and I'm exceptionally powerful and large. But Richard was taller by 2 inches, stronger by far, and a wild and darkly handsome man that stirred women to a passion beyond their senses. Until Claire.
Madame Roll?
My wife, yes. Whatever her true name should be now. When we were married, my brother Richard emigrated to the States.
And you have never seen him since?
Oh, yes, I have seen him. I'd hoped for the last time. Will you forgive me now? There's been too much talk. And I must find a place to hang my latest trophy.
To hang it? You can't...
I think I've had quite enough interference from you in my affairs, Monsieur Donnet. I must ask you to leave my house. You're no longer welcome.
It seemed a long journey up the hill that night. For I did not climb it alone. On the way back to my house, I was haunted by 100 thoughts. Had I done wrong to send the letter? Whose was the severed hand? What was the mystery of Sir John's retirement? And what motivated the vendetta of his brother against him? Old jealousies? Or was it all as simple as chercher la femme? Certainly, she would not be hard to find. It must be the Lady Roll, if a woman was at the heart of it all. Only one thing I could be sure of now. That I should not be seeing him again. But I was badly mistaken about that. Well, Joseph, what brings you here?
Begging your honor's pardon, Mr. John asked if it would be convenient for you to wait on him this evening.
Of course, when?
If it would suit your honor, now would be fine.
It suits me.
After my churlishness on your last visit, I'm more than touched that you do me this honor, Monsieur Donnet.
Since I'm still concerned that I may have done you more harm than honor, I couldn't have hesitated.
I've some papers here on my desk that I wish to leave in your charge, after asking you and Joseph to witness them.
What kind of papers, Sir John?
My last will and testament, some property assignments, the legal debris that follows sudden death. Joseph?
Hey, Sir John.
Will you sign here and here?
Yes, sir. Is there all this immediacy, sir?
In the midst of life, are we not all equally in the midst of death? Thank you, Joseph. You may go.
Yes, Sir John.
Now, you, Monsieur Donnet?
If you want me to. But I see no reason why. Whatever polite disclaimer was on my lips, it was frozen at that moment as my eyes fell on a blood-chilling sight. A black object in the midst of the empty panel lined with red velvet. Empty no longer. It was the hand, mounted now as the chief of all trophies. But different from all the others in one respect. They were mounted. This was imprisoned. Round the wrist, an enormous chain of iron had been ribboned about the foul relic, and this chain fastened the hand to the wall by a great ring, solid enough to hold an elephant in leash. Good God.
Yes, the hand. Well, better than my own head, if I can keep it. Will you sign?
Yes, of course. What is it, that hand?
That was part of my best enemy. It was cut off for the saber. Good thing for me, I can tell you.
It's huge. Enormously powerful. The man must have been very strong.
And so far, I've proved stronger. I put the chain on the hand to hold it.
The chain is no use now. The hand can't get away.
The chain is necessary. This hand always tries to get away.
That night, I had a hideous nightmare. I dreamt I saw the hand, a horrible hand, running like a scorpion or a spider along the curtains and up and down the walls of my room. 3 times I woke up, 3 times I went to sleep again. 3 times I saw the ghastly thing running all over my room and using its fingers like so many legs. The next morning, I was awakened by the news that Sir John Rowe had been murdered during the night. For God's sake, Bernard, act like a doctor instead of some frightened schoolgirl.
No, you have not seen him yet, old friend.
Well, is it the first corpse either of us has had the misfortune to look at?
Just like this.
Oh, how did he die?
The cause of death was strangling, but under what shocking conditions. I tell you, Henri, in 30 years as a physician, I have never seen anything like it.
In what way?
We found him lying on his back in the middle of the room. His coat was torn, one shirt sleeve half pulled off was hanging down. There was every indication that a fearsome struggle had taken place. His face was black and swollen, frightfully distorted. But the most noticeable and terrifying thing was his expression.
His expression?
Absolute, hideous fear. And small wonder. For in the welter of blood that was coagulated about his throat, 5 separate wounds pierced through it as though driven by points of iron.
Only 5?
It was as if he had been strangled by a skeleton. But that is odd.
What?
What you just said. Only 5. Well, of course, how stupid of me. There was only evidence of one hand having done the strangling. That makes it even more bizarre.
Is there anything even faintly normal about this whole affair? Now, Joseph, you heard no unusual noise during the night.
Oh, no, monsieur le magistrate.
You sleep where?
Well, here in that little room off the kitchen there.
And there was no sound from the dogs all night long?
Oh, no, sir.
Yet if a stranger had approached the house...
Oh, those dogs would have torn him apart if he was a stranger.
But they were quiet? You would have heard them if they had not been, huh?
Well, I'm a very light sleeper.
Yeah. Did you sleep late this morning?
No. I'm awake before cocks crow, you see. So many things to be done. Water to be drawn, the fire to be laid.
Yes. And that's what you were busy with when Lady Rowell left the house?
Well, I was already preparing breakfast for Sir John and a tray to bring up to... you see, that's why I was so surprised when she walked into the kitchen fully dressed.
And what did you say to that?
Well, it's not my place to ask. I just said, what do you want?
And?
Well, she said she didn't want anything. Just that she was feeling better. And if Sir John should ask about her, she was off for a little walk along the beach.
Oh, that didn't strike you as peculiar?
Oh, it most certainly did.
And did she go towards the beach?
Well, I would have thought so. I didn't actually check on it. Why?
You're not aware that she's disappeared?
Oh, no, sir.
We'll leave that for a moment. All right, then what did you do then?
Well, once I had everything simmering like for breakfast, I went up to Sir John's room to assist him in his toilet.
You were in this habit?
Every morning, regular as clockwork.
Continue.
Well, he wasn't there, sir. His bed hadn't been slept in. Turned down just the way I left it the night before. So I became alarmed. Everything was out of sorts, you see.
I see. And then you came downstairs and found him.
That's right. Oh, covered with blood from head to foot. It just don't signify.
Now, what does that mean?
Well, you knew, Sir John, sir, if ever there was a man built and ready to take care of himself, it was he. Why, he never slept without having loaded pistols or revolvers within arm's reach. And he knew how to use them.
Yes. Have you any idea who killed him?
Oh, no, sir.
Could it have been Lady Rowell?
Not a chance, sir.
I met her once. She was a tall woman.
Oh, but wasted away, Your Honor, and weak as a kitten.
Then who?
I don't know, sir. I don't even want to know.
Neither did I. Or at least to check on what was in my mind. But I had a duty to my position, and I must admit a morbid drive to support my supposition. He was lying, just as he is now, on this carpet here.
That's right, sir.
His feet pointed in the same direction.
Toward the door.
And his head?
As it is, sir. Towards the panel directly ahead of you.
Sensation that lifted the hackles on my neck. I knew, before I looked, what I was going to say. The sight that I had fought against making a reality. At last, involuntarily, I lifted my eyes to the wall, to the panel where the horrible flayed hand used to be. It was no longer there. The chain, broken, was dangling from the ring. But even that horror was to be succeeded by another. As I bent again over the dead man, between his clenched teeth, I found one of the fingers of the vanished hand, severed or rather sawed off by the teeth about the middle of the second joint.
Henri, forgive us for violating the sacred precincts of your police office, but the axle of my carriage is broken and we are here to beg you to carry us home.
If you're ready to go.
I'm always at your service. And tonight, since it grows dark early these evenings, I will welcome company.
But surely you're not still brooding over Sir John and his vanished lady?
The missing Lady Rowell I can accept. Our gulf is beautiful, but the tides are treacherous, and her hold on life at best was tenuous. Perhaps she wanted to end it. The mystery of Sir John is something else again.
Something best forgotten, I think.
Yes. But it doesn't seem to want to be. Let me show you. Marguerite, forgive me. If you feel faint, close your eyes.
Yes.
Bernard, you remember you said he might have been strangled by a skeleton?
Yes.
Yeah. Might he have been strangled by this?
Good Lord. So that is the famous hand, huh? Yes, if it were possible, such a hand could have made the wounds on his throat, but... Where did you find this?
It was discovered last night in the cemetery on the tomb of Sir John Roll. And mark one thing well.
What?
The index finger is missing. The one we found in the corpse's mouth.
The hand of a thief, Sir John Roll said. His brother Richard? But if so, what did he steal? His wealth? His reputation? His wife? And if his brother, in some gargantuan and titanic duel, struck off his hand, and Richard sought vengeance, which of his hands was the instrument that brought an end to the intense and private vendetta? De Maupassant doesn't tell us. Wisely, he leaves that to us to decide for ourselves. I'll be back shortly. I won't easily close my eyes tonight, for fear that my mind's eye will conjure up a vision of the black and desiccated hand with the yellowed nails, scrabbling like some loathsome crab across the floor, up and over my bed, and scuttling around the walls. Its 4 good fingers moving like spider legs, the mutilated stump of the 5th like a head. Our cast included Alexander Scorby, Ian Martin, Mildred Clinton, and Guy Sorrell. The entire production was under the direction of Hyman Brown. And now, a preview of our next tale.
You will be haunted by the magnet that drew you to me. The weapon with which I ruined your life and will destroy you. My smile, Ernest. My smile.
No.
Look at me. Sensuous lips bearing milk white, perfectly matched teeth. Look.
Here, let me.
She's falling across the table.
I think... Yes. She's gone. Berenice is dead.
No.
Ernest, don't.
Her mouth. She is staring at me with her teeth. Anthony, in heaven's name, close her mouth. Close her mouth!
This is E.G. Marshall inviting you to return to our Mystery Theater for another adventure in the macabre. Until next time, pleasant dreams.
Come in. Welcome. I'm E.G. Marshall. It was William Congreve, the early 18th century playwright, who first penned the words, "Heaven has no rage, nor hell a fury, like a woman scorned." It is a basic truth, whatever century. Certainly is true in the 19th, where this story lies. But the woman, in this case,
Not exactly what you might imagine, but I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's begin at the beginning. Our mystery drama, To Hang by the Neck, was written especially for the Mystery Theater by Ian Martin and stars Marion Seldes. It is sponsored in part by Buick Motor Division and Certainteed Fiberglass Attic Insulation. I'll be back shortly with Act One. The Calvert-Conway spread, brand marked C-C, used to lie between Dallas to the north and Houston to the south, and east by west between the Louisiana border and Waco. It wasn't the largest cattle ranch in Texas, but in its own right, between those two extremes, it was an empire. The ownership of empires, or the succession to them, has caused most of the turbulence in history and has always brought tragedy and agony to the individuals involved in them, as witnessed the story of C-C.
Carrie, what are you doing here?
I came back, Mother. I thought you needed me.
Of course I need you. But what good is this? You're gone. I've had enough of dreams.
Maybe this is a little more than dreaming.
What?
Remember Becky Pryor, who was going to be my maid of honor?
Of course. I had a letter from her recently. She's coming to visit from New Orleans.
But you don't want to see her.
That isn't true, Precious. Your father felt that perhaps the way I am, it wouldn't be the best idea.
He's very solicitous of you, isn't he?
Of course. He loves me.
And me.
He loved you.
Oh, that's true enough. Rebecca Pryor, my best friend. I want to protect Becky. That's one of the main reasons I returned. And you must help her too, Mom. Please, protect my friend. Protect my friend. My friend.
Pardon me, ma'am, but you've just got to be who I'm looking for. Miss Rebecca Pryor?
I'll answer to that name, sir. What is yours?
I'm Teague Whitman, ranch hand of the C-C. I was sent to meet you.
Oh, how nice. I was afraid I might have beaten my telegram here.
No, it's come on time. The only thing was I reckon Mrs. Carstairs didn't have enough time to answer you back.
Well, I'm glad, because being an anniversary and all, I wanted to come.
Anniversary?
Yes, sir. Just about 1 year ago, I came off this same old train to be maid of honor at my friend Carrie's wedding. Only to find out the terrible news.
What news is that, ma'am?
Both Havisham, her husband-to-be, had run out on her and carried it.
You have no need to go on, Miss Pryor. I know what you're talking about. The hanging.
I still can't believe anyone, especially Carrie, could kill herself that way. But I don't want to talk about it anymore.
I can understand why. I got the rig waiting. Let me get your bags and take you out to the ranch.
Who is it?
It's me, Julie. Chad. May I come in?
It's your house, Chad.
Well, it's your bedroom, Julie. I wouldn't have disturbed you except... Well, I thought I heard you talking to someone in here.
Well, who could I be talking to?
I don't know. Silly of me, perhaps. I thought maybe Becky Pryor had arrived earlier and we expected her.
No. Rebecca isn't here yet.
Well, I was out riding the fence and just came in. She might have arrived without my knowing it.
There's very little you don't know that happens, Chad.
Well, I'm human. Can't be everywhere at once.
So am I. And I find that I'm not any place anymore.
Now, Julie, don't talk like that.
I'll try not to, Chad. But since the accident, and most of all, Carrie, what do I have left to live for?
Me?
Yes, Chad, my husband. I do have you to live for.
Sometimes I wish you felt that more strongly.
You must believe me. You are the only thing that keeps me alive, Chad.
My darling.
Listen. Someone's driving up. That must be Rebecca.
She planning to stay long?
Well, I shouldn't guess. She just said in her letter she'd like to come and visit Carrie's grave on the anniversary.
Why didn't you mention the letter?
It's just one of those things. I replied. I invited her. Do you mind, Chad?
Oh, why should I mind? You need some companionship stuck out here in the back of beyond the way we are.
I reckon maybe I do, Chad, especially since my accident.
Oh, that damn mare. I told Punch Williams her milk wasn't proper drawn after she lost the colt, and she went plumb loco. I should have fired Punch. What kind of ranch foreman was he to let it happen?
You cannot blame him. I should have been ready when the mare shied. It's just that she was always so sure-foot and gentle. I never...
Don't dwell on it, Julie.
Well, what else can I do? My back broken, shackled to a chair the way I am, in pain most of the time.
It's your visitor, all right. I'll go on out and make her welcome.
I never should have let Rebecca come here. Except somehow I must find a way back to my own child. Oh, my lovely darling. The flesh cut and scarred. The staring eyes. Your feet moving a little yet. As if they had life of their own. All the rest of you was still. Why? Life could still have been good. Nothing should have made it worth throwing away.
Oh. Well, here we are, Miss Pryor. Can I hand you down?
Oh, thank you. Have you been with Conway Ranch a long time?
Oh, no, ma'am. Just since I was mustered out a few weeks. I'm a Johnny-come-lately.
Were you a Johnny Reb?
I'm not from these parts. I was Union. I'll get your bag.
But what brought you to Conway Ranch? Or maybe I should say the Carstairs.
It's still the C-Circle C, even though Mrs. Conway married again with Mr. Carstairs. Most of the old hands still call it the Conway spread. My dear Becky, how nice to see you again.
Oh, Mr. Carstairs, thank you. I hope it was all right to come.
Well, of course. You're the nearest thing to a daughter we got left. You're always welcome here.
That's nice of you.
Teague, you can put the horse and rig away, then report to Punch Williams. I'm sure he can find you something to do. I reckon.
Thanks for your escort, Mr. Whitman.
My duty, ma'am, and my pleasure.
That's a nice young man.
Teague? I don't know. Too close-mouthed about himself and everything for my fancy.
I think he's just kind of shy.
Well, he's a good worker, I'll say that. Hands haven't been so easy to come by with the war. Well, here we are. Let me open the door for you. Well, in you go. What are you waiting for?
I was just thinking how different it was the last time I came into this house.
Don't, Becky. Please don't.
I'm sorry.
And try not to talk too much about it to my wife. She...
Oh, I understand. Oh, I just hope I didn't make a mistake. That I'm really welcome.
Why, you know I couldn't be more pleased. And the only reason Julie isn't down to meet you is because she can't walk anymore. She's confined to her bed or her chair.
Oh, what happened?
It was 7 or 8 months after Carrie died. She wanted to go riding one day. I still didn't like to see her off alone, so I went with her.
Chad? Chad?
Oh, excuse me. Yes, dear?
Heaven's sakes, what's taking so long? Isn't Becky here?
Yeah, just brought her in.
Then you just marched her right upstairs here. I want to say hello and make her welcome. Why don't you run along, Chad? Us women can find plenty to talk about ourselves.
Well, I thought I ought to see Becky settled for dinner.
Well, Mrs. Ames can see her things are put away. Now, right now, I'd like to talk to Becky alone.
Very well, Julie. See you at dinner, Becky.
Right, Mr. Carter. Quick. Go to the door. Make sure he's gone. Gone? Don't you see he doesn't want us to be alone a minute? Now, don't upset yourself. Upset myself? I'm torn apart. Is he gone? Yes, I think so. What is it, Mrs. Carstairs? I have no right to put you into jeopardy, but I need help. Your letter was a godsend. The only chance I had. Mrs. Carstairs, what is it? Shall I ring for help? What shall I do? It's just another back spasm. Heels. In my drawer. There's some water. Oh. How many of these pills? 2. And water. Here. Now, I can't tell you, but I must. I need help. Gary can't rest in peace until the truth.
Is anything wrong?
You better come in, Mr. Carstairs.
What's the matter, Becky? I thought I heard Julie cry out.
Oh, her back, I think. I gave her some of these pills. 2 of them. Is that all right?
Yes, all you can do when these attacks come.
Look, she's...
Yes, it's a very strong drug. Puts a person to sleep almost immediately.
Oh.
Quite frankly, I don't like her to have him so near at hand. I'm always afraid if the pain is too much, she might take an overdose. She seems rational enough, but she's not. Ever since Carrie's death, her mind wanders. All that wildest flights of fancy, feelings of persecution. I don't know. I'd hope to spare you this, but now that you're here, I'm afraid my poor wife is stark, staring mad.
Rebecca Pryor looks at the handsome man, the lines of sorrow etched deep in the gentle face, and her heart goes out to him. And then suddenly, she is remembering the haunted face of her dead friend's mother and her cry for help. Against what? Rebecca doesn't know. What she does know is that she will not be able to relax till many questions are answered. I shall return shortly with Act 2. You are Rebecca Pryor. In the year of our Lord, 1865. The war between the states is over now, but you remember vividly 1 year ago the excitement of traveling from New Orleans to the ranch in Texas, where you now are, in order to be maid of honor at your best friend's marriage. You were roommates and inseparable at Mrs. Covington's Seminary for Young Ladies during the war, and it was there that your roommate, Carrie Conway, met Beau Faversham, who was to have been her husband. Now, 1 year later, after the wedding that never happened because Beau disappeared and Carrie's awful death by hanging herself, you are back at the ranch.
Dear Daddy, I'm writing you because something is strangely wrong up here at the Circle C. And I think it might need you to help set it straight. Do you think there's any possibility you could come here as though to fetch me home? And then, while you're here... Who is it?
Sam Carstairs, Becky. Can I see you a minute?
Of course, Mr. Carstairs. I'll be right there.
Or if it's too early.
No, I'm all up and dressed, as you can see. Come in.
Thank you.
How is Mrs. Carstairs this morning?
Not much better, I'm afraid. I'm going into town to fetch a doctor. I thought perhaps you might like to ride with me.
Oh, that's kind of you. But maybe I can help here with your wife.
Oh, I doubt it. She'll be keeping to her bed today, and the housekeeper, Mrs. Ames, will be there to keep an eye on her. No, let me persuade you to come with me. We could have a nice meal at the hotel and give you some little holiday feeling on your visit.
Oh, that's kind of you, but I am a bit tired after my trip up. I think I could just rest here at the ranch today.
Well, if that's what you want. I tell you what, my ranch foreman hasn't quite decided what to do with that new hand who brought you from the station. I'll have him stand by.
Don't bother. I can take care of myself.
Well, if you want to rest, that's fine, but Teague will be available.
And you're sure I can't help Mrs. Carstairs?
Oh, no. Best thing is to leave her alone. She's a whole lot more than you or any one of us can handle.
From my window, I watched Mr. Carstairs climb into his buck wagon and give some orders to Teague Whitman, who glanced once towards the house. I drew back as he looked up. I found suddenly that I was a turmoil of mixed feelings, and the only thing I could think of to do was to finish my letter to Daddy. But as I did, I blamed myself bitterly for not going into town with Mr. Carstairs. I could have posted the letter myself. Now, who was I going to trust to get it sent out? Once I sealed the envelope, I felt the need of some air.
Well, howdy, Miss Pryor. What you got there? A letter you want mailed?
Yes. I reckon I should have finished it sooner in time for Mr. Carstairs to take it to town.
You won't have to lose out. I'll be riding in after sundown. I'll see it goes out with the morning stage.
Oh, I wouldn't want to bother you.
Oh, trust me?
Well, whatever made you say a thing like that?
I don't know. Maybe because I wish I was sure you did or would.
Why on earth shouldn't I?
I kind of got the notion Mr. Carstairs has it in for me some way and plans to let me go.
Oh, I don't think so. It's just...
Just what, Miss Pryor?
I think No, I'll tell you straight out what he said to me. He thinks you don't talk very much about yourself, and he'd like to know more about your background.
And he asked you to see what you could find out?
Not exactly. Anyways, I wouldn't have any part of a thing like that. It's none of my business. But maybe you could do something for me.
A pleasure. Matter of fact, I was told by Mr. Carstairs to keep an eye on you.
An eye on me?
Well, he seemed to want to make sure you stayed away from Mrs. Carstairs in the stable here.
Why the stable?
Well, I wasn't here when it happened, but I suppose because this is where Miss Carey, well, you know, I should think it'd be the last place you'd want to see again.
But I was going to ask you if you could saddle me up a horse or hitch one up to the trap so I could ride into town and mail my letter.
Oh, I don't know about that. There's only one horse left in here, and Punch Williams, the ranch boss, took all the hands in the remuda out this morning to graze up on the Northwest Fork. There's just this one mare left.
Well, it's just this one girl. That'd suit me. Will she take a rig?
No, ma'am. The way I heard it, this poor little black mare got stole some time back, and whoever the horse thief was, he hitched her to a split-rail fence somewhere and left her to starve or die of thirst. Well, she got so frantic, she broke the stringer right out of the posts, and when they found her lying exhausted in the arroyo, she plain had dragged that heavy log, Lord knows how many miles, till her strength gave out. Buck Henry, the oldest of the hands, told me about her. Ever since that day, you try to hitch her to anything, and she goes just plumb loco. Other times, she's as nice a little filly as you'd ever want to see.
Or will she stand if you just let the reins try out?
I reckon.
Well, then I'll just change into some jeans, and you could saddle her up, and I'll ride her into town.
I don't think Mr. Carstairs would want that.
Well, I do.
Would you come inside the stable with me for a moment?
No, I don't want to go in there.
Why? Did you see her hanging?
Tom. Yes. I did, just before they cut her down. Oh, how could she have done such a thing?
I was hoping you might know the real reason.
What do you mean, the real reason?
Well, it's mighty hard to believe a girl could hang herself just because a man ran out on her, if he did.
Oh, he did, all right.
Where is he now, this man?
I don't know. I don't reckon he'd dare show his face anywhere in this state, or Mr. Carstairs will be out looking for him. What are you doing?
Opening the stable door.
What for?
Just where was she hanging? Could you point it out?
From that big beam there. Oh, Lord, I just see how she could have done it.
Plain and simple, Miss Pryor. You toss a lariat over the beam, tie off the hitching rail so it hangs with a noose some 8 feet off the ground, climb on a horse, get under it, put the noose over your neck, kick the spurs home, and you're left hanging.
Strangle slowly to death like that. It's so horrible.
Nope. Chances are on the first drop you break your neck, and you don't know anything after that. No, ma'am, the how is not the question. It's the why. Just like you said. And I get the feeling you know more than you want to say about that.
Who are you?
Let me ask you a question first. What brought you back here? A year after it all took place. What are you looking for?
What right have you to ask?
Maybe none. You afraid to answer?
I don't see it's any of your business.
Supposing I could convince you it might be.
What's that?
Oh, someone coming. It's Mr. Carstairs.
What can come so soon?
I reckon he forgot something. Anything wrong, Mr. Carstairs?
No. Just something slipped my mind. Becky, didn't you say something about a letter you wanted to get in the mail?
Why, yes, I did. But I hope you didn't come all the way back here for that.
Well, weekend coming up suddenly crossed my mind it could be important. I should take it in.
Did I change my mind and come in with you?
Well, that's always a lady's privilege. Tell you the truth, it's just what I hoped you'd do. It crossed my mind after I left. This was no place to leave you alone. You going to be leaving us soon, Becky?
Why do you say that, Mr. Carstairs?
Well, a letter to your father. I thought it might be to arrange to have him meet you. There's no place for a young girl anymore, I'm afraid.
I hadn't planned to leave right away. Of course, if you want me to.
Oh, I'd be the last person to chase you out. But with Julie as she is and the memories, so I don't blame you if you included in your letter the news that you're coming home. Now, there's a train day after tomorrow, or the stagecoach, and we can make arrangements as soon as we get to town.
Well, but no. You see, I'd hoped to stay long enough to be of some help.
Well, no one can help Carrie anymore. Julie isn't the same way. The only difference is she's alive.
What are you doing sneaking around up here, young man?
I wasn't sneaking, Mrs. Ames.
Then what were you doing?
Before we left for town, Mr. Carstairs asked me to tell his wife that he'd come back to take Miss Pryor with him.
Mr. Carstairs told you no such thing. There'd been no need to tell Mrs. Carstairs anything. She's sound asleep. You're lying.
Maybe we both are, Mrs. Ames. I hear talking in there.
That's her, talking to herself again. Crazy. If you ask me, she ought to be put away somewhere.
Like her daughter and Beau Faversham?
What does that mean?
I was just asking. Did you mean dead like him?
Who said Beau Faversham was dead?
If he isn't, where'd he disappear to?
Nobody knows that, of course. After he ran out on Miss Carrie, he wouldn't dare leave any traces of... What business is that of yours?
None.
Who are you?
Just a hired hand.
With a large bump of curiosity. I'd like to know why. And what you're doing in the house. I'm sure the cat... Mr. Carstairs wouldn't like it.
Does he have to, Mrs. Ames? Couldn't you and me share a secret or two between us?
You keep your ideas to yourself, young man. You picked the wrong woman to smart around. Now get out of this house, and before the sun rises tomorrow, I'll see that Mr. Carstairs gets you off this ranch.
How, Mrs. Ames? Feet first, like Bo Fabersham went?
Why do you say that? Who are you?
Oh, just an interested bystander. You listen to me and listen close. If you're counting on Mr. Carstairs inheriting the C-Circle C, or ever controlling it, forget it.
Oh.
And you might want to keep your own skirts a little clean. So I'm asking you a question. What really happened the night Miss Carey died in the stable? How did she die? And why?
Why, everybody knows that.
They know what was supposed to have happened. What I'm looking for is the truth. Good Lord. What was that?
No, Carrie, no. Don't tell me there was a child.
You know there was. Why else would I harm you?
What is it you want me to do?
Face the truth. Don't let me have died for nothing. Don't let him win.
What can I do? I'm afraid he'll kill me just as he did you. No, Carrie. Leave me alone. I'm afraid. Now, don't ask me to fight him. Don't.
What is it, Mrs. Carstairs?
Oh, nothing. No, nothing. It's just a bad dream.
A dream about what?
Who's that? Get him out. I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about anything. I just want to be left alone.
I'd like to have you talk to me, ma'am.
I don't want to talk to anyone ever again. Except maybe Rebecca Pryor.
What is it that tortures Mrs. Carstairs? The daughter who seems to haunt her? You must believe that the Carrie who talks to her is a figment of the imagination, a reflection of a guilty conscience. But exactly why does she have a guilty conscience, if she has one? And who is Teague Whitman or Mrs. Ames? And most of all, why should a stranger like Rebecca Pryor be the one who, in her agony, Mrs. Carstairs seems to want to turn to for help? I'll return shortly with Act 3. While events at the C-Circle C have been moving to their own climax, they have also been moving more slowly to a decision in Becky Pryor's life. First off, she has a strange feeling about the letter to her father.
Well, this is the general store. We can mail your letter right here. Yeah. Why don't you give it to me, Becky, and I'll take it in.
Oh, I can do it myself.
Oh, it's no trouble. Won't take a minute. Unless you don't trust me to carry the mail.
Why would I feel that way? But as I gave it to him and he swung from the buckboard and went into the store, I wished I hadn't. Some nagging doubt tugged at me. For a moment, I almost followed him in. But I was too late. For at the moment of decision, he was already returning.
That's that. Now we can go visit Doc Mitford.
You really think he can help her?
I don't know what that means.
I'm afraid to say it means anything. It was honestly just a question.
Then I'm going to be just as honest in return, Becky. No, I don't think he can. I don't think anyone can.
Then why do you go to him?
Well, what other choice do I have? I couldn't save my daughter. I'd like to save my wife.
Why did Carrie do it, Mr. Carstairs? Hang herself? That's really, I suppose, why I'm back here. I just can't understand.
That she counted the world well lost for love?
No, she was young like I am. Some other man would have come along. To tell you the truth, I am never going to rest till I can understand why.
Well, you're very young, Becky. So many things you don't know. or even imagine. If it'll help you, I'll tell you the one secret.
What?
Why Carrie killed herself. It wasn't just because her promised husband walked out on her.
Then why? Why?
She was carrying a child that would have no name.
Both of them.
If he wasn't the father, who else could she claim? And how could she face bringing a fatherless child into the world?
I came back and I stuck my nose into it, stirred up muddy waters, couldn't leave well enough alone. What is well enough? What is it I'm looking for? And if Carrie didn't put a rope around her neck, how else did she die? And most of all, why am I so scared?
Becky, I don't know what you wrote in the letter to your dad, but I didn't mail it. What? Here it is, unopened. I just felt there was no point in mailing it, the way I feel now.
I don't understand.
Well, I figured with you taking the train tomorrow morning, you might even get there before the mail's delivered.
You want me to leave?
Well, it would be best for everyone.
I didn't see Mrs. Carstairs that evening. I went through all the preparations for leaving, haunted by some inner voice that I shouldn't. That something was being left undone. I didn't get a chance to talk to the doctor after he'd seen Mrs. Carstairs. And when Teague Whitman came to get my bag, he was escorted by that dour Mrs. Ames, so we had little to say to each other. I might have made some opportunity to try to see Mrs. Carstairs. But the truth is that after dinner with Mr. Carstairs, the wine seemed to go to my head, and I barely made it up to bed before I was in a profound sleep. Deep, but uneasy, because it seemed to me that in my sleep, I was talking to Carrie.
Becky. Becky.
Huh? Who's that? Who's calling?
It's Carrie.
But you're dead.
In the grave, but not at rest. I wander and cry out for retribution.
Retribution? For what?
For dying too soon. And dying in shame. Don't leave me alone. You're the only friend I have.
But what can I do to help?
Someone will show you the way. You have guessed it from the truth. Someone will show you the rest. Someone. It's all going to be in your hands. Your hands.
Becky, Miss Potter, wake up. Wake up.
What is...
It's Teague Whitman.
What?
You gotta get up. Here. Let me help you to your feet. That's it. Now, start walking.
What are you doing in my room?
I'm trying to revive you. You've been drugged.
Drugged? With what?
Keep walking. Breathe deep. With Mrs. Carstairs' medicine for her back pains.
But why? Why should I be drugged?
So you could be killed more easy.
Killed? Who would want... Why would anyone want to kill me?
Same reason Carrie was killed. And my brother.
Your brother?
Yes, ma'am. Bull Faversham. You see, Faversham is my real family name.
I don't understand.
Of course you don't. Becky, it all goes back to what is the most unattractive of human sins. Greed. Chad Carstairs was foreman of this ranch, and he wanted to own the C-Circle C so bad he'd stop at nothing. He tried to romance old man Conway's wife, and wouldn't have got nowhere except, fate gave him a lucky break. Mr. Conway died of a heart attack. So he swarmed around and finally up and married the widow, only to get a real shock.
What sort of a shock?
Well, he found out the spread wasn't left to the widow, but to Carrie, the daughter. He tried romancing her, but she didn't want any part of him.
She had her own man, my brother, Bo, but Chad Carstairs is a man set on getting his own way, so he didn't stop at romancing. It wasn't my brother's child she was carrying.
Oh, no. Oh, so that's why Bo walked out on her. And why she...
Bo didn't walk out on her, Becky. He loved her too much. I figured Chad had some hired guns to take care of my brother and leave him in the desert to have his bones picked clean. Carrie didn't hang herself. She was hung.
But how?
At the point of a gun. He had the rope all tied to the spike on the hitching post and made her climb on the horse, dropped the noose over her neck, and kicked the horse out from under her. I reckon, poor lady, she didn't care all that much about living anyway. But she didn't take her own life. It was took.
How do you know all this?
No, I don't. I'm only guessing. How are you feeling now?
I don't think I'll ever want to sleep again.
Oh, good.
Good?
Yeah, because I got to get you out of here while there's still time for you to get away.
Well, I'm leaving tomorrow morning.
Well, that may be too late.
Too late? For what?
To save your own life.
Why should my life be in danger?
Because this evening, while you were asleep, drugged, Doc Medwick and I witnessed this will by Mrs. Carstairs, leaving the C-Circle C to you. Yeah, she'd asked you to take it home with you, to your father, to be recorded.
But why will the ranch? To me?
To anyone rather than the man who murdered to make it his own. And you were her daughter's best friend.
But what difference does it make? A will could be changed at any time as long as...
As long as the person who makes it is still alive. Becky, Mrs. Carstairs died less than an hour after this will was made.
She's dead?
A few more pills than you were fed. Mrs. Ames took care of that.
She's in on it?
She's Chad's real wife.
What?
It's true. Now, you come on with me. We're going down to the stable and get you some transport to get you out of here with a whole skin. All right. I've saddled and bridled our poor old local little mare. Only horse we have to get you into town so you can pick up the midnight stage.
Aren't you going with me?
No, ma'am. I'm staying to even up some old scores.
You don't need to kill Chad Carstairs.
That's exactly what I aim to do.
Oh, no, please, Steve. Please, there's been enough killing. What good would it do?
It would save your life, for one thing.
Is that so important to you? Or is it just revenge for what you think might have happened?
I guess that's a question I'd better let you answer.
Maybe I can answer that for the both of you. Don't move, Teague. Except real slow to loosen your gun belt and let it drop while I light this lamp. Do it, or I'll put a bullet in her.
You can't get away with any more murders, Chad.
In my territory here where I live, I can get away with anything. Now let me have the will.
No.
To Antigua, what does it matter?
Once we do, we're both dead.
If I kill you both first, I can just take it.
Except that killing us both might not be as easy to explain as all the others. Carrie, my brother, your wife.
I'll find a way.
I'm not so sure. You're losing your touch, you know, Chad. You finally had to poison Mrs. Carstairs because you missed the first time.
What does that mean?
Oh, don't try to spook me, Chad. You took her out on this poor little mare here you knew was loco, didn't you?
Why, that's enough talking, Ed.
And then you stopped somewhere, and before she had a chance to dismount, you jerked at the reins against the bit in her mouth as if to tie her out.
What are you doing? No. Hey, are you all right?
I am.
And Mr. Carstairs?
Oh, poor little mare. She didn't mean it. But she saved our lives.
What happened?
She trampled him to death. Well, it's sort of poetic justice. What he spent his life doing to women. Only at the end, this particular one turned the tables.
In one quick move, Teague Faversham had flipped the halter rope over the hitching rail, and immediately the mare had reacted by going berserk.
Chad, caught off balance, was unable to protect himself against her flailing hooves. The special death he had planned long ago for his wife, unsuccessfully, was successful by accident and became his own. True poetic justice. That ideal justice which poets exercise by making the good happy and the evil unsuccessful. I'll return shortly. The Sea Circle C has changed its brand, but the ranch is more successful than ever. It's now the T-Bar-R, framed in a sort of circle that looks a lot more like a heart, and it's run by Teague and Becky Faversham. Their first child is on the way, but both of them feel in a sense it is their second. The first is a little black mare that Teague has spent a long time gentling, and who no longer fears being hitched. Maybe she takes an example from Teague and his bride, Becky. Our cast included Marion Seldes, Bob Caliban, Ann Petoniak, Martha Greenhouse, and Bill Griffiths. The entire production was under the direction of Hyman Brown. Radio Mystery Theater was sponsored in part by Contact, the 12-hour cold capsule. This is E.G. Marshall inviting you to return to our Mystery Theater for another adventure in the macabre. Until next time, pleasant dreams.
Tonight's Mystery Theater was also brought to you in part by ShopRite Supermarkets, where you get a lot more for a little.
The CBS Radio Mystery Theater presents... Come in. Welcome. I'm E.G. Marshall. Yes, it's dark in here, but there is no need to be alone. I will be your friend. And on the subject of friendship, I'll give you some invaluable advice. The philosopher Delille once said, chance makes our parents, but choice makes our friends. With that in mind, I advise you to choose your friends carefully. Do not make the mistake the young man in our story is about to make. He will choose foolishly and soon learn that one should not make the choice of a friend a matter of life or death.
You can't keep us chained below decks forever. I'll pay you back for every lash of the whip. I swear I will.
God, they'll hear you. Who are you? My name's Armitage. James Armitage.
You're just a boy. What are you doing on this godforsaken convict ship?
Penance, just as you are.
Well, you will be doing it for a long. Huh? I'll be getting us all out of here, I will.
How?
Leave that to me. The name's Hudson. Mark it well, lad. You'll learn to bless it before I am done with you.
Our mystery drama, The Glorious Scot, was adapted from the Sherlock Holmes classic by Ralph Goodman, especially for the Radio Mystery Theater, and stars Kevin McCarthy. It is sponsored in part by Buick Motor Division and X-Lax. I'll be back shortly with Act One. Sherlock Holmes looked upon the sea as a vast, open expanse of hypnotic tranquility, a contrast to the wheels within wheels that turn the deductive turbine of his analytical mind. But the sea is not always tranquil. There are times of violence, and when the churning ceases, the open expanse buries its secrets, shrouding them from the eyes of man. It was a time such as this of which Sherlock Holmes' creator, A. Conan Doyle, speaks in this story, faithfully and fully depicted by the admirable Watson.
Early in the winter of 1886, I was returning from a medical symposium
eager to see my good friend and companion Sherlock Holmes. I soon found myself at the familiar door on Baker Street. My friend was obviously in the study playing on his violin. Holmes was a man of many talents. I decided not to disturb him and started upstairs to my room, only to find my way blocked by the very friend I didn't wish to disturb.
Watson, this is a surprise.
No greater than mine at seeing you coming down the stairs, Holmes, with your violin.
Ah, coming from the den, of course.
But I don't understand. How is it possible?
For me to be here on the stairs and in the den at the same time.
Yes.
No, all very simply explained. If you will follow me, Watson. Now, take a look in the den.
Well, it's empty.
On the table, in the far corner.
Oh, what a strange-looking contraption.
Newly arrived from America, Watson. A gift of a dear friend. You remember Miss Adler?
Irene Adler, yes, of course.
On a world tour with her new production, The Grand Deception. And as a token of her friendship, and perhaps to symbolize the play, she has sent me a working model of Mr. Edson's experimental voice recorder.
Well,
I merely substituted the violin for the voice.
You mean that music is coming from that little gadget?
Yes, Watson. I went up the stairs to see how far the sound would travel, and I was just descending as you came in. Here, let me turn this off.
Well, I say I am glad to be back. By the way, I stopped off to pick up the post. There's a package here somewhere for you.
Yes, so I see, Watson. It's the small one.
Some circulars, advertisements. My medical journal.
The small one, Watson.
Oh, well, yes, so it is. Now, how did you know that?
The small one has been sent by registered mail. The one I've been expecting was to be sent by registered mail elementary, my dear Watson.
You've been expecting this parcel?
Yes, Watson. Now, if you'll hand me those scissors, I'll snip this twine and we'll have a look-see at the contents of the mysterious oblong box.
Mysterious oblong box?
Mysterious to the gentleman who first received it. He has asked me to have a look at it. Interesting. A tarnished silver cylinder containing a single sheet of slate gray paper.
There's something written on it.
Bring the lamp a little closer, will you, Watson?
Written by an old man, I should say. Wouldn't you, Holmes? Rather a feeble hand.
Not feeble. Unskilled in the art of writing. There is a difference. Notice the spelling of the words believe and receive. The sender is unfamiliar with the simple rule of I before E except after C. But you are right about his age.
Oh, well,
In his 50s, I would say.
Well, now, how would you know that?
The style of penmanship. This form of calligraphy went out of fashion 30 years ago.
Yes, of course. Can you make it out, Holmes?
Yes, now that we have sufficient light, it says, Headkeeper Hudson, we believe, has now been told to receive all orders for fly paper and for the preservation of your hen pheasant's life.
Yes. Go on.
That's it, Watson.
The entire message?
Yes.
Are you sure you read it correctly?
Positive.
Oh, that is strange.
Yes, doesn't seem threatening at all. I wonder why that worries my friend Trevor so much. An easygoing young man, not easily disturbed.
Trevor? Victor Trevor? The young friend you introduced me to during your stay at college?
That's the one. I met him accidentally one morning on my way to chapel when his bull terrier froze to my ankle. You recall the incident, don't you, Watson?
Yes, ridiculous. The stubborn dog was determined to become your permanent companion.
Didn't seem amusing at the time. Laid me up for days. But Victor came around often to apologize, and by the end of the fall term, we'd become close friends. Well, I hate to see a good friend in a dilemma. Victor's worried enough about this package he received in the post to send it on to me just as he received it.
Well, he has no idea who sent it?
Not an inkling. Here enclosed is the original wrapping. No return address, which, of course, does not help to enlighten us as to the name of the sender. There is one small clue, however, conveniently provided by the Postal Service.
Oh?
Origin of mailing, place, time, date.
Of course. The postmark, yes.
King's Cove, the 25th of last month, 10 a.m.
King's Cove. I don't believe I've ever heard of it.
Nor I. Perhaps it'll mean something to Victor Trevor. I think it best I pay that young man a visit.
You're right, Holmes, yes.
First thing in the morning, we leave for Doningsthorpe in Norfolk. Can you make it?
Well, I'll telegraph Victor and let him know we're coming.
Bully for you, Watson. And if I can somehow decipher this innocent-sounding missive, I have a feeling that you and I won't be bored much longer. No, we should reach our destination shortly, Watson. How are you bearing up under the journey?
Oh, dear. As well as can be expected, Holmes. I do wish we'd waited for another carriage. I dare say this one's seen better days, I tell you, Holmes. It wasn't for my curiosity over the contents of that tarnished cylinder. Oh, I say, you did bring the cylinder and the message?
Oh, yes, of course.
Have you made anything at all of all that gibberish?
Working on it, Watson, working on it.
Excellent.
They're up ahead. We're being welcomed. See there? Beyond those manicured gardens, the Trevor estate.
I say, I had no idea young Trevor had such wealth.
Family wealth. Victor's father, Sir James Trevor, is the lord of this manor. Victor lives with his father.
Just the two of them in that spacious mansion?
3 quarreling servants, as I recall.
This is getting more intriguing every moment. Hurry the driver along, will you, Holmes? Both my back and my curiosity can take it no longer. We were soon at the imposing entrance to Trevor Manor. Holmes and I stepped down from the carriage and moved toward the massive entrance door. It was made of solid oak, ornately carved to a depth of at least 2 or 8 inches, inlaid with sections of highly polished, impenetrable ironwood, obviously chosen with great care. And yet, I couldn't help wondering why a simple manor house had the appearance of a veritable fortress.
Charles, how good to see you. Would you tell Mr. Victor that his guests have arrived?
Holmes, how good of you to come. You don't know how pleased I am to see you.
And I, too, Victor, to see you.
That's all right, Charles. I'll welcome them. You may prepare their rooms.
Yes, sir.
And there's no need to disturb Father. I'll inform him of our guests' arrival after they're settled.
As you wish, Mr. Victor.
Come in.
This is my good friend and companion, Dr. Watson. I believe you two have met.
We have?
Briefly, when Watson came to examine my injury at college.
Oh, yes, that unfortunate incident.
Yes. Oh, dear. When your bull terrier froze to Holmes's ankle on the way to chapel. Ridiculous situation.
Yes, those were happy days, weren't they, Holmes?
Happy for your bull terrier, I wager. At any rate, it's good to see you smiling. You looked so grim when we first entered.
Did I? Well, as you know, I have been concerned about the package. It was sent to Father, actually, and I intercepted it. He hasn't been well.
Victor? Whom are you conversing with? Do we have guests?
Yes, Father. Distinguished guests. Mr. Sherlock Holmes is here with his friend, Dr. Watson.
Sherlock Holmes. The Sherlock Holmes, the celebrated detective about whom one hears so much these days?
You are much too kind, Sir James.
Oh, yes. Sir James. You heard about the recent honor bestowed upon me by the Crown.
And deservedly so. You have been one of His Majesty's most distinguished jurists.
Oh, yes, indeed.
Oh, allow me to introduce my good friend, Dr. Watson.
An honor, sir. I do hope our untimely arrival has not disturbed your rest.
Untimely? Unexpected is more like it.
Oh, I say. You did receive our wire, Victor?
Yes, I'm sorry. I neglected to inform Father.
No matter. You are here, and I'll have Charles prepare your room.
That's all taken care of, Father.
I see. You can't wait to take charge here, can you, Victor?
Father...
Well, I'm not dead and gone yet. See to your guests. I have an important matter to attend to. If you will forgive me, gentlemen, I'll see you at dinner.
Let me help you to your room, Father.
Leave me alone, Victor. I'll manage to stay alive without your help.
Dear. Feisty old gentleman, isn't he?
quite changed since I saw him last. I wonder what he's afraid of.
He did have a strange look.
Did you notice his walking stick, Watson?
Walking stick?
Yes, had a rather unusual brass club head.
Nothing unusual about that, Holmes. I understand it's the latest fashion.
True, but if you were to examine this one a bit more closely, you will find that Sir James has taken pains to bore the head and pour lead into the hole to make it a formidable weapon.
Gentlemen, I'll show you to your rooms. I suggest we save all discussion about the packet and its contents for later, after Father has gone to sleep.
Well, it seems Sherlock Holmes is not unfamiliar with the face of fear, having unmasked it on many a previous occasion. What will he find beneath the mask this time? We'll learn shortly when I return with Act 2. The Mystery of the Glorious Scot is one of Sir Arthur Conan Doyle's most unusual tales. It is unique in that of all the tales of Sherlock Holmes, as recorded by his good friend Dr. Watson, there is no other adventure in which fear proves to be as strong as death, and the mystery that shrouds that fear as silent as the grave. But it is best we let Watson continue with the story.
That evening, we dressed for dinner, Holmes and I, in hopes of learning more about the packet Victor had sent to Holmes for his perusal. Our hopes were in vain, however, for during dinner, both Victor and his father remained silent. Holmes' attempt at chit-chat was failing miserably.
Marvelous dinner, Sir James.
Yes, it'll do.
I'd almost forgotten the magnificent table you spread, sir. It's been some time since my visit here with you and your son.
Yes, of course. Sometime. Pass the salt liquor.
You recall, Father, it was 3 summers ago we went fishing on the lake.
Yes.
Of course, Mr. Holmes doesn't have time for such frivolity these days. He's become quite a celebrated figure. We read about you all the time, Holmes.
Oh, well, then, you've read the account of the Hound of the Baskervilles, huh? If it wasn't for Holmes' amazing deductive powers...
Yes, Watson. I'm sure Sir James is not the least bit interested.
As a matter of fact, I found it all quite hard to believe.
Father.
Those fabled deductive powers of yours, Mr. Holmes. Would you care to put them to a test?
A test, sir?
Here, at the dinner table.
Father, I'm sure Mr. Holmes is...
I'd be pleased to oblige you, Sir James, but in order to perform, I need a subject. May I use you, Sir James?
Me? Why not? But I must warn you. All my life I've been an island unto myself. We have spoken very little since your arrival here.
There's no need for you to say anything. Your hands speak for you, Sir James.
My hands?
Yes. Outwardly, you are landed gentry, and yet you have the hands of a laborer. Calloused, hard, worn in the days of your youth.
True. I worked the gold mines as a boy.
Then you've been to Australia.
Oh, yes, I've been to many a foreign port.
Ah. Then the initials J.A. belong perhaps to someone you met on a voyage, someone whom afterwards you were most eager to forget.
How could you possibly know that?
Forgive me, sir.
Not until you tell me how much you know.
Father, are you all right? His heart, Holmes. The doctor said
that... Damn that doctor. I've asked you a question, Mr. Holmes.
I know nothing, really, sir. Only that during my sabbatical here, that day we went fishing on the lake, I saw the initials J.A. tattooed on your arm.
Aye, sir.
Yes, Watson. At the time, it struck me as being unusual, too, for a gentleman.
But you said this J.A. person was someone Sir James was eager to forget. On what did you base that conclusion?
The staining of the skin around the letters, Watson. It was obvious from the blurred appearance of the tattoo that its wearer had tried but failed to eradicate the memory of J.A.
I've had enough. It is true. I once knew a J.A. But we won't talk of it no more.
But, Father, if you are in some sort of danger, Mr. Holmes here is a good friend. I'm sure he'd be more than willing to help.
I said we'll speak of this no more. Forgive me, Mr. Holmes. But the past is a closed chapter of my life. Charles, you may serve the brandy now. None for me. Prepare my room. If you'll excuse me, I'd best get to bed. Not that I'll sleep tonight. All the ghosts of the past, the ghosts of the sea are the worst.
And so, once again, there was silence in the great hall. Sir James had retired, and we moved to the sitting room with our brandies. The warmth of the wine was most welcome. It helped stave off the chill brought on by Holmes' uncanny disclosures of Sir James's secret. As we sat there, each engrossed in his own thoughts, Holmes pressed his investigation further.
And you say, Victor, that your father never spoke of his past to you?
No, Holmes, your amazing deductions came as a complete surprise. The gold mines, the sea. I've seen the tattoo on occasion, but dismissed it as a folly of youth.
Perhaps.
But not likely, Holmes. Did you see the sudden flush? The advance of pulse rate at the mention of J.A. Sir James is not a well man.
Father refuses to see a doctor. He remains locked in the house in contact with no one.
Except by mail, obviously. I say, was there a mention of anyone with the initials J.A. in that message you received in the post?
No, I'm afraid not, Watson. The only name mentioned was someone named Hudson. Headkeeper Hudson, as I recall.
Hudson?
Then you know someone named Hudson?
Yes, I do. I do know a Hudson, or did know him.
Think, Victor. Now, this could be most important.
The man I referred to had no title. Certainly was not responsible enough to be a head keeper. He was a common sailor.
A sailor? Interesting. This could possibly lead us to the sea and to the initials J.A.
Yes? Go on, Victor.
Well, one morning after Holmes's visit here on holiday, Father and I were sitting out on the terrace taking the sun when Charles announced that a man arrived insisting on talking to Father. I remember at the time Father had many friends, but one look at this unannounced visitor would assure you that he was not one of them. He was a small, wizened man who approached Father with a shambling style of walk and a cringing manner.
It's generous of you to see me, Governor. Once again. Once again, sir. I'm afraid I don't recall our previous meeting. If you'll refresh my memory. Don't you recognize me? Dear me. It is truly Mr. Hudson. Right you are. That'd be my name, sir. Good of you to recall. It's been so many years. 32, to be exact. 32 years since we saw each other last. Yes, of course. And here you are, sir, in your big house. And me, still picking salt meat out of a harness cart. Well, you'll find I've not forgotten old times, Hudson. You do look rather hard-pressed. I'm just off a 2-year stint and an 8-knot tramp. And I could use a place to stay. I see. Well, I was sure after the hard days we shared on His Majesty's ship, the Glorious Scot, I could put up with either you or Mr. Beddoes. Beddoes? I was sure you'd recall him. Yes. Well, of course you can stay here. We're in need of a gardener. I'd rather work inside the house, if it's all the same to you, sir. In the house? Yes, of course. Charles, take this man to the kitchen. See then he gets food and drink. I'll be by later to explain his duties.
And so that is how this man Hudson entered our lives.
Oh, a cheeky sort of fellow, isn't he?
Yes. Obvious from his brash manner that he felt on safe grounds. I believe you said he mentioned the Glorious Scot.
Ah, Glorious Scot. It seems I've heard that name somewhere.
Undoubtedly, Watson. The fate of the bark Glorious Scot caused quite a stir in its day. As I recall, Let's see. The Gloria Scott left Falmouth on the 8th of October, 1853, sailed to her destruction in north latitude 15 degrees west, longitude 25 degrees, on November 6th of the same year.
Oh, yes, of course. The Crown believed the incident stemmed from a mutiny of some sort.
But never proved, Watson.
The mention of the Gloria Scott by Hudson had an hypnotic effect on Father. He did everything Hudson demanded. He soon elevated Hudson to the position of butler, replacing Charles in authority over the household.
Oh, I see.
Yes, and the man was drunk most of the time, difficult to deal with, lording it over the servants and insulting Father's guests.
And Sir James put up with his boorish behavior.
Well, not for long. One evening, he'd had enough, took the insolent cur by the nape of the neck, and turned him out of the house.
Good for him.
We never heard from him again.
Until the mention of his name in the message you intercepted.
Yes.
Now, why would the words headkeeper precede the name Hudson? Why, yes, of course.
You have something, Holmes?
I believe so, Watson. It is a code of some sort. I must admit, on first examination, I was quite baffled.
Oh, understandably, Holmes. Silliest message I've ever heard. Something about headkeeper Hudson ordering fly paper to preserve a hen pheasant's life. Well, it's gibberish. Simply gibberish.
Well, of course, if the message was meant to convey that thought. But you've left out a number of key words, each of them very important to the final meaning.
Well, I'm afraid I don't follow you.
Just before dinner, I was examining the message again in my room.
Holmes, I do hope you have it hidden away. I'd rather Father didn't...
No. I've concealed the packet in my luggage, Victor. Since it was meant for your father, I'm sure he knows the code we are groping for. There's no need for the original. I have a copy of it right here. Words removed, phrases eliminated, letters superimposed.
Good heavens. You've tried just about everything, haven't you, Holmes?
Yes, without success, as you can see. But now that we've ascertained that Hudson was merely a seaman, we can conclude that the first two words, headkeeper, have no meaning.
Possibly.
Therefore, we merely underline every third word of the message, beginning with the word Hudson, thusly, and there we have it.
You're right, Holmes. Yes. It now makes sense.
Yes, Watson. This message was obviously meant for Sir James. Only he would know the dark meaning behind this cryptic warning, which now reads, Hudson has told all, fly for your life. It came from upstairs. My room, I believe. Quick, Watson, follow me. If the cause of that gunshot is what I think it is, I'm afraid we are already too late. Trevor Manor has always been a quiet residential country estate. But in a very few minutes, that quiet is to be shattered by a shocking incident. One that will even baffle the master of the unexpected, Sherlock Holmes. We will share with Holmes the horror of a shocking discovery when we return shortly with Act 3. Monuments. What are they? The very pyramids have forgotten their builders. Words, not stones, are the true monuments to the great. Listen, then, to the words of Sir Arthur Conan Doyle, a tribute to the man and his creation, the fabled detective, Sherlock Holmes.
Within seconds after hearing the shot, Holmes raced for the stairs. Victor, Trevor, and I were not far behind. As we reached the head of the stairs, we could see Mrs. Henshaw, the Trevor housekeeper. It was she who had screamed at the sight of something in Holmes's room. We entered cautiously behind Holmes and were shocked to see the body of a man lying on the floor.
Good Lord. It's Sir James.
Father. Your father is dead, Victor?
By his own hand, I'm afraid.
Oh,
God. Shot through the temple. Telltale powder burns, gun still clutched in his right hand, and here, crumpled in his left hand.
The slate gray paper.
Despite our efforts to conceal it from him, he has finally seen and read the warning message.
Poor father. This man, Hudson, must certainly have had a terrible power over him.
I wonder what ghastly secret they shared.
I fear we'll never know, Holmes. The secret, whatever it was, died with Sir James.
No, I'm not so sure, Watson. Secrets have a way of turning up even after death. Whatever it was that haunted Sir James all these years could turn up even now. Tell me, Victor, do the words Sambo Deuce mean anything to you?
Sambo Deuce?
Mm-hmm. Here, scrawled on the bottom of this page, I found in your father's clenched hand. There are two words, Sambo and Deuce. I assume they go together and have some meaning.
Yes, they do. Sambo Deuce is a rare vintage wine, a favorite of my father's. We keep a large cask of the brew in the wine cellar, but I fail to see...
We'll look at that in a moment, but first I think that we had best notify the police.
Must we, Holmes? The scandal.
I'm sure they will be discreet, but there will be questions.
Yes, and so many we cannot answer.
Not as yet. But while the police are on their way, we'll pay a visit to your father's wine cellar. I have a feeling that we'll find that cask of Sambo Deuce holds more than vintage wine. Steady with that candle, Watson. Here's the door to the wine cellar.
The key is just above your head, Holmes. Here, allow me. I haven't been down here in months. There we are. Now, if you gentlemen will step aside.
Dear, I must agree with you, Victor, when you say you haven't been down here in months. I don't believe anyone has. Look at those ugly spider webs.
Yes, but someone has been here not too long ago. See there, a recently broken web in the far corner.
Well, that's where Father stores his keg of Sambo Deuce.
If you will lead the way, Watson.
There in the far corner, Doctor. We're right behind you.
Yes. Oh, it's a rather large cask. Quite old, I'd say.
Yes, and very interesting. A seagoing cask at that.
You're quite right, Holmes. I never noticed.
Bring the light a little closer, would you please? The cask is rather large. Large enough to contain a man's body, wouldn't you say, Watson?
Good heavens, Holmes. You're not suggesting...
No, of course not, Watson. Merely making a passing observation.
Oh, well, I suppose anything is possible, Holmes, but I fail to see how one is able to stuff a man's body through a 3-inch bunghole. If you'll examine the structure of the barrel, you'll find it's quite sturdy. It's impenetrable. The seal hasn't been broken.
Quite good, Watson, quite good. Actually, I did not expect to find anything in the cask, but perhaps behind it.
Behind it?
Look at the floor, gentlemen. These track marks. This cask has been moved from time to time and returned to its original position.
Why, you're right, Holmes. But how anyone without the strength of a Hercules is able to accomplish such a feat is beyond me.
I've never seen it moved from this position, Holmes.
There's something behind that cask that your father wants us to see. If you gentlemen will step aside. Here it is. A dust-free corner at the top of the casing. I wager if one were to apply pressure to this point.
I say, it's moving.
So it is, Watson. And what have we here?
A small recessed compartment in the wall.
The candle, if you please.
Yeah.
Your father took great pains to conceal whatever he has placed in here, Victor. Have you any idea what it could be?
No, none at all. We have a wall safe in the house. All our valuables are kept in there. Both Father and I have a key.
But this, Victor, this was not meant for your eyes until now.
A sealed oilskin packet.
May I?
Yes, of course.
It's rather sturdy, but with this pocket knife of mine should... There we are. Well, what have we here?
Book of some sort.
Yes. Almost destroyed with age and exposure to the elements. I say, it looks like a ship's log.
That is exactly what it is, Watson. The log of the ill-fated bark, Gloria Scott.
The one Hudson mentioned. I wonder how Father...
This may explain, Victor. A letter addressed to you.
For my son, Victor Trevor, to be opened in the event of my death.
Read it, would you, Holmes? My hands are much too shaky.
As you wish, Victor. My dear son, now that approaching disgrace begins to darken the closing years of my life, I must record the truth of my shame. Our family name, dear son, is not Trevor.
I say.
I was known as James Armitage in my younger years that brought shame and disgrace. For as Armitage, I entered a London banking house, and as Armitage, I was convicted of using bank funds for my own purpose.
Good heavens.
The funds were used to pay a debt of honor, but illegally come by. And so I soon found myself chained as a felon aboard the convict ship Gloria Scott, bound for Australia. The hold below deck was black as pitch, and the stench was more than one could bear. There were others like me who bore their miserable lot in silence, while some shouted their defiance to the high heavens.
You can't keep us chained below decks forever. I'll pay you back for every lash of the whip. I swear I will.
The guards, they'll hear you.
Huh? Who are you?
My name's Armitage. James Armitage.
Why, you're just a lad. What are you doing on this godforsaken convict ship?
Penance, just as you are.
Well, you won't be doing it for long. I'll be getting us all out of here, I will.
How?
You just leave it to me. My name is Hudson. Mark it well, lad. You'll learn to bless it before I am done with you. I murdered a man, I did. Even in this blackness, I can see you remember my case. My partner and I got away with over $1 million in cold, hard cash.
Yes, I've heard. The money was never found.
And where do you suppose it is, lad,
I'm sure I don't know, sir.
My partner, he's holding it for me. And where do you think he is? Right here on this ship. That's the devil's honest truth. He's topside. Respectable, right? He's the ship's chaplain, no less. Satan himself, dressed as a man of God.
Why, sir, would he...
We worked it all out, lad. A way for him to come aboard with enough money to buy the crew. By now, this floating coffin is ours from keel to main truck.
And so, as Hudson had promised, all went as planned. One evening, about the third week, we had an unexpected visit from the ship's chaplain. He'd come to give the last rites to a dying prisoner. And when he left, Hudson, freed of his chains, soon freed us all. We fought our way to the upper deck, and soon the roar of muskets were in our ears. Hudson and the sham captain led the bloody mutiny.
Leave not one pound away. Not one passing a witness but
Believe me, my son, when I say there was never a slaughterhouse like that ship. The chaplain was killed in the fight. Others were falling all around. Only 3 of us escaped the Holocaust. Hudson, myself, and a young seaman named Beddoes.
Beddoes? I say, Holmes, wasn't that the man who...
Yes, the one mentioned by Hudson the day he came to see Sir James.
Go on, Holmes. Perhaps we'll learn more of Beddoes and this devil Hudson.
As we pulled away from the Gloria Scott, Hudson, Beddoes, and I could hear the sounds of mutiny fade away. We could still see the faint outlines of the ship when suddenly, without warning, a cloud of black smoke shot up from her bow. And within moments, a great explosion blew her apart from stem to stern. Hudson, Beddoes, and I pulled for safety with all our strength, and as later recorded in maritime records, all hands were lost. Such, in a few words, my dear lad, is the history of the terrible business in which I was involved as a youth. I am sure you can now understand the reason I had for changing my identity. As you know, I have since led a respectable life. Imagine then my feelings when, in the seaman who came to see us, I recognized instantly Convict Hudson, the man who led the mutiny.
Oh, chilling tale, indeed.
Young Beddoes was a hired hand aboard ship and completely innocent of wrongdoing. Beddoes and I have been in touch with each other from time to time. I pray this confession will keep him safe.
I say, of course. It was Beddoes who sent the warning to Sir James.
Yes, Watson. Yes.
I do hope this man Beddoes is safe and well. Fortunately, no one knows his identity.
One man still does, Watson. A man I'm sure we have not heard the last of. A scoundrel named Hudson.
As it turned out, Holmes was right. After a police investigation of Sir James's suicide, we returned to London. Holmes delivered the log of the Gloria Scott and the letter written by Sir James in hopes of clearing the seaman Beddoes of any charges. After reading the evidence, the court agreed to record Beddoes' innocence and seal all records against the possibility of public scandal. Well, some months went by, and Holmes had forgotten all about it when a reminder turned up in the post.
I've just received a letter from Victor Trevor. Would you believe, Watson, he's in India.
India?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, really?
Yes. Says he sold the Trevor estate and is trying his hand at tea planting, of all things. Doing rather well at it.
Good for him. Strange case, the Gloria Scott.
Yes. I checked with the local police. No word on Hudson, and they haven't had any success in locating this man Beddoes. Both men seem to have vanished into thin air.
Unusual, to say the least.
I think it most probable that Beddoes, having heard of Sir James' demise, revenged himself upon Hudson and fled the country with as much money as he could lay his hands on.
But Beddoes was a poor seaman, as was Hudson. Where would he get the money?
From the sale of the Trevor estate.
You mean he was given the money by Victor Trevor?
Yes, Watson. A sympathetic ally whom he knew would say nothing, not even to his closest friends. And what better choice could Beddoes make than Victor Trevor? A young man who learned firsthand what it means to be haunted by the past.
The case of the Gloria Scott was an early one in the long and distinguished career of Sherlock Holmes. His creator, Sir Arthur Conan Doyle, dates the adventure for us, but the late H.W. Bell suggests it took place close on the heels of another fascinating adventure, the Musgrave Ritual. The writer of these unusual mysteries was quite prolific and had his favorite characters. One of them was the seaman Hudson, of whom we shall hear more when I return shortly. It was suggested that the seaman Hudson was at one time the husband of the fabled Mrs. Hudson, who was Holmes' housekeeper. This was denied by the feisty woman herself, who in the movie Mrs. Hudson Speaks says, "I never saw that bad Hudson and never wanted to. My Hudson was a respectable tradesman, and he died when I was barely 25 years old." And so it seems, dear listeners, we have another mystery on our hands. Our cast included Kevin McCarthy, Court Benson, William Griffiths, and Paul Hecht. The entire production was under the direction of Hyman Brown. And now, a preview of our next tale.
They have to make an example of someone. They need a human sacrifice. And what better time than the Jubilee? They're here.
Open this door at once.
Well, Lita, release the auto lock and let the gentleman in.
Otto, you can still get away.
This is the elite guard. Open this door immediately.
Please, Otto, what if the plan doesn't work?
We have to take that chance.
Open immediately or we'll blast the door open.
You want the chance too, don't you, Lita? What it could mean to all of us.
Otto, what if the general doesn't agree to your plan?
Open the door, Lita.
But what if he suspects me?
Suspect such a sweet little old lady? Oh, come now.
Oh, it could all be for nothing. For nothing.
We're coming in, Professor.
Radio Mystery Theater was sponsored in part by X-Lax and Buick Motor Division.
This is E.G. Marshall inviting you to return to our Mystery Theater for another adventure in the macabre. Until next time, pleasant dreams.